Hey folks, we are live here at Venue 220, the opening night of Venue 220 here at Kitchen 218. This is Pulaski Citizen Live's election night special coverage of the 2022 August general election. Alongside my man Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely, glad to be with you. And Scott, to say this is a big night is an understatement, because not only is it the opening night here at 220, 218 has been with us for a long, long time, since we started this Pulaski Citizen Live project. But we got a huge ballot here tonight on Election Day.
Yeah, we got huge ballot. Huge ballot is right, Wade. This is that big election that we get every 8 years. We got all kinds of judicial seats in that go along with our countywide and our federal, and then we have a federal and state primaries. So yeah, it's one of the bigger elections that we'll ever have, because every 8 years we end up with something like what we had this year, which is more than 80 candidates. We have a referendum, 33 county seats, 10 municipal seats, 6 seats in the 22nd Judicial District, 7 state primary seats, 26 statewide judicial retention seats. And that doesn't include, that 26 is not included in the 80 that I mentioned. So it's actually 106-ish, over 100 names on the ballot. 13-page ballot if you voted, 13-page ballot. So
I was going to say, I voted this morning, Scott, and it was easy to get in. It was easy to get out. It was at Colonial Hall over there at UT Southern, but quite a lengthy ballot, 13 pages to get through that thing. And we're going to chop up and dissect over the next hour plus all the results, full night of coverage here as part of our continued efforts at Pulaski Citizen Live.
You know, I've done a few of these back with the late great Ronnie Rose, and learned a lot about how these election night goes. That's the reason why we waited till 7:30. Polls closed at 7. We'll talk a little bit more about what we've heard from the precincts today, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I realize that we're not going to have any election results probably until in the 8 o'clock hour sometime. So that gives us time to talk about everything. We got a pretty good crowd here at Kitchen 218. Let's go ahead and throw a shout out to Jake. Those guys worked hard all day long. We were up here some. And if you're out there listening, watching us on YouTube here, listening to us, come on up here. It's upstairs. It's called Venue 22 here at Kitchen 218. And we've got a pretty good crowd here already, and we welcome anybody to come up. We will have some candidates that are going to be coming by, and they're going to come and talk to us and tell everybody what appreciate their votes and their consideration during this time. We will give the returns as they come in from the Giles County Election Commission. We're going to get those emailed to us. And once the returns start coming in, it'll be fast and furious. It'll be craziness up here. We do have to say a shout out. We were supposed to be a 3-person crew. We lost. We got one person down. Tiffany Haygood was supposed to be with us, and Tiffany came down with the dreaded COVID. And so we all appreciate that she's not here. She's going to have COVID. So, but anyway, but yeah, once those results start coming in, they'll be fast and furious. I got Carrie Jane Malone, our editor. She's going to be helping me tally, because I said I can read results all day, but I can't tally them. So Carrie's going to do the tallying for us back at home, send us the results here, and the results that we give tonight will be unofficial. Just everybody know that. They will be certified on August the 19th. The Election Commission will certify the results on August the 19th. That is an open meeting. So if anybody wants to go watch that, that's fine. I know that they're down there right now, probably started counting the early votes. They don't start counting until they get everybody has voted. I'm assuming at this point everybody's voted in all the precincts. So I would say right about now they're working on ballots and stuff. So we may get an early voting. We may get an early voting pretty quick. It usually comes fairly quickly, but then there can be a gap on the precincts after that, because you realize we got 14 precincts spread out throughout this county. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. We're also going to have I know we got at least one of our sponsors that is going to stop. As a matter of fact, they're going to head up this way right now, talk to us here just for a minute, and then we may have some other sponsors coming up. We'll let you know who our sponsors are right here in a few minutes. But first of all, I want to welcome Daniel Haney, and he's bringing his partner with him, Hagan, from Haney Realty and Property Management. So I'm going to get up and let them talk to you for a few minutes, and then and then we'll keep it rolling.
Perfect. Thank you, Scott. And Scott did mention we got a live audience. Is anybody awake out there? Can we get a little noise in venue 220? There we go. Love it. Love it. Thank you guys for being here tonight. And we do want to welcome Daniel and Mr. Haney. And for those that don't know, just a quick backstory. When we launched Pulaski Citizen Live in January, this was kind of the brainchild of Scott and some others within the Pulaski Citizen. We reached out to Haney Realty and Property Management, and we said, hey, would you like to come on board? And Daniel said, not just yes, but heck yes. When can I start with you guys? And so, Daniel, you've been one of our charter sponsors, and we certainly want to welcome you here tonight. Thank you for being here, my friend.
We appreciate it. Appreciate Pulaski Citizen having us on, and appreciate them asking us to be a sponsor of the Citizen Live. And I think y'all have had some tremendous success, a lot of different sporting events, a lot of different activities that y'all have been a part of. And we're excited to be a part of it.
There ain't no doubt. And Haney Realty and Property Management, they've been with us from the jump. We had this group of charter sponsors, and they were one of the first charter sponsors, as it were. So we are so delighted about that. And Daniel, you mentioned we've gone through basketball season. We went through baseball season. We went through soccer, had a great winter and spring season. Now we've kind of rolled things around into football, which, as you know, is a big part of this community. What's it mean to you, and what's it maybe mean to the folks at Haney Realty and Property Management as far as being a part of a big broadcast like we've got? We've got a tremendous product coming out this fall with football.
We're excited about the potential of Giles County, of all Giles County sports. Excited about football. Of course, I'm kind of partial to football. My counterpart in crime here is a little bit partial to baseball, but I mean, we're excited to be a part of all the Giles County sporting events: football, basketball, volleyball. I mean, basketball, all the ones that y'all can cover. You know, we're excited to be a part of anything that's Giles County related, and we're excited about being a part of course, Citizen Live, and also a part of the community.
Absolutely. And Daniel, we're going to come back to you in a second, but with all ado here, we're going to get to the superstar that we brought up here. We got Haney in the house, and Hagen, we were talking about baseball before we went on air. Give us a breakdown of how your baseball season has gone. I know you got some travel ball games still to play as well. Tell us about how the season's gone.
My season hasn't started yet, but the last season I was in went pretty well. I had a pretty good average. I did hit one grand slam that gave us the win, and I ended that same game with a double play.
Whoa. You said can you bring that? You said a grand slam to win the game?
It was inside the park.
And how old are you?
10.
10 years old and already hit a walk-off grand slam to win the game. That is, you got some work cut out for you to live up to that, but I know you're capable of it. And then did you just say you turned a double play to end the game?
Yes, I did.
Man, that is fantastic stuff. In addition to your baseball career, though, you also have been on the radio and you've done some work with us. What do you talk with Dad about before you get in there and you record a spot like that? Can you walk us through that process?
He just tells me what to say.
Well, you do a great job, so I think you're shortchanging yourself a little bit. But Hagen, are you excited to watch any football this season? Between Giles County, we got Richland and Giles County this year. You going to get to check out any games?
Maybe.
I like it. And Daniel, we'll swing it back to you. Thank you, Hagen, for joining us. Daniel, I know you got some folks you want to give a quick shout out to before we get you out of here this evening.
Yeah, I just wanted to, name the real estate agents that we have in our office. We've got Bryn Wade, Sheila Middlestead, Murrey Rainey, Edna Luna, Kimberly Marshall, Connie Staggs, Debbie Wilburn, Emily Morris, Susan Clinton, Dutch Schumacher, and Chase Eisen. Of course, myself. We're, all of us at Haney Realty and Property Management appreciate our community and the support that they've given us over the 5 years that we've been in business, going on 6 now. So we appreciate that and appreciate Citizen Live for letting us be a part of this. And want to wish all the candidates the best of luck tonight. And I'm kind of glad election season's a little bit over, I think.
Yeah, believe it or not, I talked to quite a few candidates today, and win or lose, they're excited that it's kind of over as well after today. Daniel, thank you so much for being with us, and we'll be hearing from you again soon down the road. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you very much to Daniel and Hagen Haney. Make some noise, if you would, for our first sponsor this evening, Haney Realty and Property Management. Scott, just one of our sponsors here. We also want to give
go through our list. We do have another sponsor that's going to show up. And by the way, we do have some lights coming so that the folks can see us.
I was kind of enjoying being in the dark here. Now let there be light, ladies and gentlemen.
We kind of live in the dark at the newspaper, don't we? But that's okay. We emerge every now and then. If you will, read down the sponsors list, and then we'll be hearing from Hagan here in just a second when we go to our first break. So
I look forward to it, folks. We want to give a salute to all of our election night coverage sponsors. They include Bob White Realty, Giles County Fire and Rescue, First Realty Group, Haney Realty and Property Management, Holley's Printing, M&M Staffing LLC, and Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC. Fine group of charter sponsors, and especially on a night like tonight.
Yep. So you're listening to election night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live.
Hi, I'm Hagan Haney, and I wanted to tell you about Haney Realty and Property Management. It's my dad's business, but he has a lot of really nice and smart people who work with him. When people want to sell or buy a house or some land, they call my dad and his friends at Haney Realty and Property Management. It must be a lot of fun because every time I see them, they're smiling. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Give them a call at 347-9150.
Pulaski Citizen Live is doing Giles County sports and community events like they've never been done before. Video of local government meetings and community events, as well as streaming of high school, middle school, and youth league games. Football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, and more are all on the PCL schedule throughout the year. Get your game called by the most recognized sports announcers in Giles County. So are you looking for your next meeting, event, or game? Make sure you tune in to Pulaski Citizen Live on YouTube and on the Mixler app.
M&M Staffing LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
Located on West College Street, right here in Pulaski, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC is your local automotive dealer. Easy, convenient, and proven, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC offers creative financing solutions to get you going and top-notch service to keep you going for years to come. Murray's team works just as hard to keep your business as they do to get it. They are dedicated to finding you the very best deal. Visit 1500 West College Street, call 363-3555, or visit murraychevrolet.com today.
Go.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to continued coverage of election night in Giles County here on Pulaski Citizen Live alongside Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely. We come to you tonight from Venue 220, high atop Kitchen 218, proud host of tonight's event. And Scott, we already heard a little bit about how the general flow of this election cycle has gone. We know we got a tremendous amount of candidates. And here in just a moment, we're going to kind of walk through some of these races as we kind of still anticipate those returns coming up as we creep toward the top of the hour.
Right. Well, we're going to just start real quick. We'll take a little bit more time with this one because we're going to try to break down all the county commission races. That's really the biggest race that we have as far as the number of candidates. We got 39 candidates running for 21 seats. And so we'll just start with District 1, which there's not going to be a whole lot of surprise in District 1. We got two incumbents, Aaron Curry and Joyce Woodard. Those two guys are running again this time. And then the newcomer that will be coming on the commission will be James Lathrop. And that is District 1. District 1 is, the precincts are Ardmore City Hall and then down in Prospect. That kind of tells you where District 1 falls. Right. Pretty much southeast in the county. For District 2, we have 6 candidates running for 3 seats, so there'll be 3 seats per district. District 2, there are 6 candidates running for 3 seats. Incumbents Stoney Jackson, David Wobble, and Tracy Wilburn are all running again. Challengers Thomas Dennison, Terry Jones, and Harold Young are the three challengers there. So that's anytime you get my rule of thumb is anytime you get more than about 5 people, especially when you're running for when you get more than 5 people or 6 people in a race, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
so
all bets are off, maybe.
those voting precincts are the Minor Hill Community Building and the Abernathy Field Airport. District 3, 6 candidates for 3 seats. The incumbents are all 3 are running: David Adams, Mike Cesarini, and Tim Reisner. The challengers are Anel McPeters Guthrie, Morgan Flowers, and Tammy Pierchowski. So once again, 6 people running. You never know what's going to happen. Those voting precincts are the Richland Trace Market and the Campbellsville United Methodist Church. District 4 got 6 candidates again running for 3 seats. Your incumbents, you got 2 incumbents running this time, Dwayne Jones and Roger Reedy. Those are the 2 incumbents that are running. The challengers that are running, there'll be 4 challengers running: Matthew Hopkins, Chris McCartney, Caleb Savage, and George Witt. Those precincts are the Linville Municipal Building and the Oddfellows Hall Church of Christ. District 5, you got 7 candidates running for 3 seats. Oh, man, there's no telling what's going to happen there. 3 of those are incumbents: Brad Butler, Gail Jones, Tommy Pollard. Then you got challengers: Lois Ammett, who has been a county commissioner,
Right.
Bobby J. Morgan, Matt Rubelski, and Katie Whitfield. Those voting precincts are the Tennessee College of Applied Technology and the AgriPark precinct. District 5, you got 5 candidates running for 3 seats. Incumbents Rose Brown and Joseph Sutton. Those are the incumbents that are running. You got 3 challengers. You got Evan Badur, Phil Glover, and Mayor Patel. So, and those voting precincts, Evan's got some fans out there.
I heard a cheer.
Voting precincts are UT Southern, Colonial Hall, and Bridgeforth Middle School. And District 7 is 6 candidates again for 3 seats. This tells you
packed race.
This tells you why we don't have any idea how these commission seats are going to go. The incumbents are Terry Harwell and G.D. Pruitt. Both of those guys are incumbents, so they're running. The challengers are Jeff Adams, Shelley Goolsby, Michael Harmon, and Morris Woodard. You can say it either way. He told me that one time. So that's your county commission race, the candidates, and that's your county commission race. Like I said, you get more than 5 in a race, and there's really no telling where it's going to go. So you see we got several in there. You know, it's been funny, Wade. I've had a lot of people ask me about making predictions for this, and the closer it gets, the more they want predictions.
Right.
And the first thing I had to tell everybody is I'm terrible at making predictions on elections. I'm the worst in the world. You know, the one that everybody wants to talk about is county executive, which we'll talk about here in a minute. And the truth of the matter is, I think it's going to be a close race. I think we had 2 good candidates, but we'll talk about that in a minute. You know, it was fun having Hagan and Daniel up here a minute ago. But we do have another one of our sponsors. Where'd Bill go? Here he comes. So before we take
out in the back.
Before we take our next break, I'm going to talk to Bill for a few minutes from Giles County Fire and Rescue. I was fired up to have them as one of our sponsors back starting with our spring sports, and they're coming all the way through football, and so I'm fired up about that. I'm going to he's going to take your spot, and I'm going to talk to him for just.
Before we go, I want to point out that we were excited to have Giles County Fire and Rescue as one of our sponsors, and they came in during the spring season. And they didn't even know it, but we voluntarily made them an official sponsors of sorts during our baseball coverage, baseball and softball.
Yeah.
Anytime that Giles County or Richland recorded a save in baseball or softball, it was the GCFR save of the game. So we're certainly excited to have Bill and the folks for Giles County Fire and Rescue, and I'm going to let you take over, my friend.
All right, man. Bill, come on in and have a seat here with where Wade is. So this is Bill Myers. Anybody who doesn't know who Bill is, he is the chief of the Giles County Fire and Rescue. And we just to kind of give everybody an idea how you ended up one of our sponsors. I was doing a story for you guys in our Progress edition, and was telling you about what we were doing with Pulaski Citizen Live, which we'll talk some more about some of that as we go on, hopefully tonight. But Bill was like, I love that. And you had talked about how you guys had done a Facebook program and had gained several members. So talk a little bit about what you're trying to do with Giles County Fire and Rescue with the marketing that you're doing.
Sure, absolutely, Scott. And we appreciate being able to be here tonight and be part of this program. But what we discovered was that really a lot of people don't know about Giles County Fire Rescue. They call 911, we show up, and that's pretty much the limit of exposure. So we have 7 fire stations across the county, and we need 70 active members, 10 per station, to really be effective. And our rolls are really down. We have 50 people on the rolls and probably 20 folks who are really active. So this campaign has allowed us to get the word out there. It's also allowed us to, we get a substantial donation from the county and we get a donation from the city, but that just doesn't cover all of our expenses. So we're using it as a combination, asking for funds and support financially and members as well.
Right, and just talk a little bit about what it takes to be a volunteer with Giles County Fire and Rescue.
Absolutely. So we have 2 types of volunteers. We have what we call active members. Those are folks who are trained in firefighting, trained to perform extrications at automobile accidents, and are first responders. We also have what we call auxiliary members. And those members provide support in a multitude of other ways. Sometimes it's just sweeping out the fire station or helping with a fundraising activity. They're behind-the-scenes folks who don't want to necessarily ride a fire truck, but their contribution is just as critical as the men and women who jump on the fire truck.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've got about another minute here. I want to say something. I want to use up a little bit of that. I started my job covering what we call the cops in court beat, which was going out and covering wrecks, going out, and I've had nothing but respect for you guys. So close out real quick and just make a pitch to everybody as far as what you the fact that you need volunteers, that you want volunteers, and it is for donations as well.
Absolutely, Scott. I would say that check us out on Facebook, look at our website. You can email us, you can contact us through the Facebook Messenger. We do have 2 fundraising opportunities coming up later this month and in September. We're really excited about going to First Bank Amphitheater, excuse me, and staffing one of the concession stands.
Okay.
So we're looking for 20 people to go. You don't have to be a member. This would be a great, fun way to, spend a few hours with us, help us out, and the bottom line would be a nice financial donation to the.
Thank you. Yep. Thank you to all the Giles County Fire and Rescue folks for all that you do. And I can't say that enough. Thank you for being up here this evening, and we appreciate it. And if you guys need to know it, go to gilesfirerescue.org. That's gilesfirerescue.org, and or stop out there at Jimmy Suggs Road and go see them out there. Okay.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank
all
you,
right,
Scott.
We're going to take another quick break. You're listening to Election Night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live.
The time is right to list your property with Bob White Realty. The friendly agents of Bob White Realty have more than 116 years of combined experience. They know the market and they're ready to list your property today. Buyers will appreciate the knowledge and experience they will find at Bob White Realty, and they have a diverse selection of properties and homes to show you. They are experienced realtors who work for you. Stop by the Bob White Realty office at 505 West College Street or call 363-2544.
Hi, this is Jen Williams with Giles County Fire and Rescue. Responding to 350 incidents per year from 7 locations throughout our county, Giles County Fire and Rescue exists to save lives and protect property. Giles County Fire and Rescue offers the highest level of skills and training, and we are committed to the safety of our community and our responders. Regardless of where you are in the county, there's a Giles County Fire and Rescue station near you. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
If you're looking to spread the word, look no further than Holley's Printing, where Giles Countyans have been printing for more than 60 years. Signs, banners, wall graphics, auto graphics, window clings, and more. Holley's Printing will help you get the word out in style, with custom services and installation. Choose the materials that best fit your needs, choose the design that matches your message, and choose the size that gets your message the most attention. Let Holley's Printing make you look good in print. Call 931-363-3161.
Citizen Media is where you are. Online with PulaskiCitizen.com. On social media with Facebook and Instagram. On your phone with sporting and community event streaming. On your email with daily updates. Or right in your living room with the Pulaski Citizen newspaper. Giles Countyans have turned to the Pulaski Citizen for exclusive Giles County information, events, and entertainment for nearly 170 years. That hasn't changed, but it has grown. Citizen Media. We're not just the newspaper anymore.
Making connections between buyers and sellers is what the real estate professionals at First Realty Group love the most. Whether it's a home, a farm, commercial property, or land, First Realty Group has the experience and know-how to market your property and help find that dream home you've been looking for. Find out why First Realty Group is first. Visit their office on the east side of the Pulaski Square. Call 363-2644 and visit their website at frg1.com.
Live from the brand new Venue 220 atop Kitchen 218 here in the heart of downtown Pulaski. You're listening and watching extended coverage of election night here in Giles County exclusively on Pulaski Citizen Live. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely. And Scott, we mentioned we've got a live audience tonight, and I've tried to get their attention a time or two, but maybe this will get their attention. If you're in attendance at tonight's election coverage at 218, or if you're making your way to 218, we're going to give out door prizes throughout this event tonight. That's the part where everybody was supposed to cheer and clap, by the way. Yeah, there we go. And before we go any further, we do want to say that these door prizes come from kind gestures from our donors, Kitchen 218, Say I Won't, Color Me Cozy, Cane and Poplar, 2nd Street Coffee House, Citizen Media, Corner Pit Barbecue, The Outlook, and Star Theater. So we're going to give out some door prizes tonight. If you are here and if you have not filled out a ticket, make sure you put a ticket in the bucket in the back. And we will give out some door prizes a little bit later. So even on election night, even if you're not running for a race, you got a chance to win something here tonight at 218.
Yeah, and like I said, we've got some T-shirts, some of our brand new T-shirts. I'm wearing one of our new shirts. So, by the way, if you don't know about Citizen Media, you'll be hearing a few spots tonight, and you can also read it in the newspaper and stop any of us as we go along. You see us out on the street, we'd be glad to tell you about it. Real short. We're pulling everything under one umbrella. We got a newspaper. We got Pulaski Citizen Live. We've got our website. We've got our social media, and everything's going to be under one umbrella called Citizen Media. I almost said it, didn't I?
You almost did.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, here we go. We went through all the county commission races a moment ago. Here is the big one, and I'm going to hand it over to you, my friend, because it's small in candidates, but it's big in stature. So take it away, my friend.
Yeah, it's an important part of our county government is the county executive. And, we got, in my opinion, we've got two really good candidates. Both of them have run before, and both of them ran against the same incumbent. And I did some numbers, as well as I do numbers. I'm a word man. I don't do a lot of numbers, but I tried to get some numbers together and try to kind of maybe see what I thought the race would look like based on how they did in their previous races. That being Melissa Green, the incumbent, and Graham Stowe, the challenger, and it was a close. My prediction, the only prediction you're going to get from me, which probably will be wrong too, is I think it's going to be a tight race between these two guys. Like I said, I think they're both good candidates, and I'm not going to say anything other than that. We'll let the numbers speak for themselves. But I think it's going to be a tight race between these two guys.
No doubt, and just talking in the community, to me it was at least nice to hear that everybody was invested in this race. It is a big position, so it was great, at least to me personally, to see the community appreciating the position for what it is and putting so much thought into it. And we hope that showed at the polls today.
Right. Another countywide race that had two people running in it was the current trustee Janice Curtis did not seek re-election. Challenging for that position are Carly Eubank and Tony Reisner. Another county office that's got two people running in it, and incumbent Kyle Helton seeking his 5th term, by the way. And that's kind of hard to believe. Whenever I texted him to make sure when I was writing this up because I wanted to make sure, and sure enough, he's seeking his 5th term. Challenger John Mitchell is of the Pulaski Police Department. They ran against each other in 2018 as well. Another race that has two people running for one spot is county clerk. Incumbent Carol H. Wade is going up against Lee Breimer, the challenger. Some countywide / judgeships here in the county. Chip Richardson, who I believe will show up here in a little bit to thank everybody. General Sessions Judge Chip Richardson is running unopposed. Circuit Court Clerk Natalie Bass Oakley, she's running unopposed. She's seeking her 2nd full term. Chip's seeking his 2nd term. And Register of Deeds Tammy Helton, who's been around here, she actually helped us get the lights. So we need to give Tammy a big round of applause.
Absolutely. Thank
and
you, Tammy.
so Tammy's also unopposed for her 2nd term for Register of Deeds. So that's your countywide races. And like I say, we're moving right along and talking about these. But that's who the people of Giles County we're choosing from this time. So we've talked about the county commission and we talked about the countywide races. Coming up in just a minute, we'll talk about another hot topic, but maybe take a break before that.
Yeah, let's take a quick break, folks. We do want to remind you that we are live here tonight at the brand spanking new Venue 220. Which is the Top Kitchen 218. If you are making your way down, we've still got a couple seats available upstairs, and you can also obviously tune in on Pulaski Citizen Live. So we got a great studio audience, we got a great listenership online, and we're excited. And alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely, and you are listening to continued election night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live.
Haney Realty and Property Management considers it a privilege to help you find the right deal. Hi, this is Daniel Haney. Are you listing, selling, buying, renting, or looking for property management? Let Haney Realty and Property Management create the plan that fits your needs. Our agents bring diverse experience and knowledge of Giles County, Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. We offer a friendly, professional, and creative approach to your specific needs. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Call 347-9150 and find our listings at HaneyRealtyPM.com.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
All of us at Pulaski Citizen Live are thrilled to share these local sporting events with our listeners. Pulaski Citizen Live is a fun and exciting way for us to enhance our coverage of local athletes game by game and play by play. Wade Neely, Chris Bledsoe, Mark Mize, Cody Derryberry, and Jennifer Hawkins are some of the most recognized voices of local athletics over the past decade. You can hear their calls of the action each week exclusively on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're just getting started and we welcome you along for the ride on Pulaski Citizen Live.
And we're back, Wade, here on Pulaski Citizen Live's election night coverage. And we have getting texts, man. It's just crazy around here.
Yeah, everybody's anxious right now. We got a few folks already getting a little antsy about some results, which are on the way, but we're still kind of working our way through the ballot, Scott. We mentioned 13 pages, 80-plus candidates. This is a big night for Giles County, and one big issue in particular, there are no candidates involved. Maybe one of the biggest issues in the whole county, there's no candidate involved.
Right.
We're talking about the sales tax referendum, which has been a hot topic throughout this cycle.
Has been a hot topic, Wade. It failed pretty bad back in 2020, but a lot of people blame that on COVID. We really couldn't get the word out. They couldn't get the word out the way they wanted to. That was not the case this year. There was plenty out there, and our friend Knox Vanderpool was one of kind of leading the charge on that. And I actually cut a cut a video for it too, because in my mind it is absolutely there was a no-brainer to vote for it. I know there are people out there would argue with me, and we're not going to do that tonight, because like we said a minute ago, we'll just let the numbers do it. But that sales tax referendum that just the people outside the city limits of Pulaski were going to be voting on. If you lived in the city of Pulaski, you did not vote on this sales tax referendum because you're already paying it. So it would have changed the sales tax rate from 2.5% to 2.75% countywide. So 0.25%, 25 cents on $100 is what we figured out, right?
Yep.
City of Pulaski already collects it, and they used that passed back in 2008 to pay for the Sam Davis renovations. And so we passed it back then. If it passes countywide, half of that money is required to go to schools. If it doesn't pass countywide, half of the city money does not go to county schools. Although they have donated that money over the last several years and have contributed and said that they would spend $1 million over 5 years to the school system with that, but they don't have to do that. The city does not have to do that. That's something they're doing. The city council voted to do. If it was to go countywide, and we've said this, don't come to me tell me you wish you'd have known this before, because if you did, I'm going to quote Margaret Savage, one of my favorite teachers. Not when I had her, but after I got out of school, I appreciate her a whole lot more. If you didn't know what was going on with this sales tax, you were a closet dweller. That's what she would tell you. And yeah, that's right. I mean, you just weren't listening and didn't want to know. So don't tell me that you didn't know about this. It's been pushed as a way to help fund schools. It is a good way to fund schools. I-65 traffic is a great selling point for it, because it allows us to collect those taxes from people that don't live here, and that's the best kind of taxes there are to get. And
real quick, I would add, this is one that spoke to me. That was, of all the talking points we've already gone through tonight, the biggest one that jumped out to me is cashing in on that excess money. I frequent gas stations on the interstate just like everybody else, and that money should and could stay in Giles County. So to me, of all the bullet points tonight, that's the biggest one to me, is that you're getting that extra kind of tourism dollars, so to speak.
Yeah, my son's going to school down in Georgia, and we just took a trip not too long ago, and every time I stopped and got gas and something to eat at one of those markets, it made me think about it. I was like, okay, I'm giving some money to their schools, and you know, it's just a good idea for us to have, to be able to leverage everything that we can leverage out of that interstate. So hopefully this 25.25% is going to pass. I'll be honest with you, Wade. I don't think it's going to pass. I don't think it's going to pass. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope that prediction is like most every other prediction I make. So why don't you run through our sponsor list again real quick, and we'll take another break.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks, we want to remind you again, we're coming to you live from Kitchen 218 tonight. We're at the brand new Venue 220, which is located upstairs. If you're wanting to make your way down here, still got some seats available. But before we go any further, we want to thank Bob White Realty, Giles County Fire and Rescue, First Realty Group, Haney Realty and Property Management, Holley's Printing, M&M Staffing, LLC, Murrey Chevrolet, Buick GMC. They are all proud sponsors of our election night coverage. And Scott, you mentioned the sales tax referendum, and you mentioned schools. Well, guess what? We've got some school board candidates that are maybe coming up that we're going to breeze through on the other side of a timeout coming here soon. So we want to remind you folks that you are listening to election night coverage, and you're listening to it right here on Pulaski Citizen Live.
When the time comes to buy a car, truck, or SUV, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC strives to be your go-to new and pre-owned dealer in Giles County. Just like the name says, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC's new inventory comes from the top names in the automotive industry, and they offer a full selection of pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from. Murrey has creative financing solutions and an expert maintenance and parts department for full service care. Visit Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC on West College Street and check out their inventory at murraychevrolet.com.
Are you ready for your next challenge? I'm Ryan Cox with Giles County Fire Rescue. 7 stations in Giles County have fired up the call for volunteers to join forces for fire protection and emergency rescue response. No matter where you are in Giles County, there's a place to serve near you. Giles County Fire Rescue is always looking for bright and enthusiastic people to volunteer. Our members come from all walks of life. Serve and protect your family, your friends, your neighbors by volunteering with Giles County Fire Rescue. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
With more than 116 years of combined real estate experience, the friendly and professional agents at Bob White Realty are ready to list your property today. Bob White, Hardin Franklin, Leanne Mize, Shannon Rogers, Clay Doggett, Danielle Kirkpatrick, Samantha Cohn, and Kenny Brown make up the Bob White Realty team. Bob White Realty offers featured properties in Giles and surrounding counties and will work to find a home or property that best fits your needs. You can find their listings at bobwhite-realty.com or give them a call at 363-2544.
All right, we're back, Wade. Hey, before we get going any further, you are listening to Pulaski Citizen Live. You're watching Pulaski Citizen Live on the Pulaski Citizen Live channel. There's my man Chris Bledsoe back there. Hey, by the way, before we get going any further, guys, we have got a heck of a football and fall schedule for you guys on our audio-only sports coverage, okay? We have got our first games are going to be, we're going to kick off our fall schedule with 2 football games, middle school football games, Bridgeforth Middle School and Richland Middle School. That'll be Tuesday night. I think Richland starts at 6 and Giles, and I keep calling them Giles, Bridgeforth starts at 6:30. So, and if you, and you basically you can get to those broadcasts 2 ways. You can get the Mixler app and you can search for PCL. And you'll find there's a PCL Richland and a PCL Giles. Of course, the Richland Middle School will be under the PCL Richland. Bridgeforth Middle School and South Giles, when they play, will be under the PCL Giles, okay? Kind of do them by their feeder schools.
Right.
So that's coming up Tuesday. And then high school football starts the next Friday. Not that Friday, but the Friday, like 2 Fridays from that. We've got every single Giles County High School and every single Richland High School football game, every single one of them. We will have selected middle school games, football, and we will also have some selected high school soccer games. We're going to have a ball with it. We've got Wade, we've got Chris, Mark Mize, Cody Derryberry, Jennifer Hawkins. All these guys have been doing ball games now for several years. You've heard them. You're used to hearing them. They do a great job, and I'm excited just to have these guys on board with us on Pulaski Citizen Live. So we'll be pushing stuff out. One way that you can find out what we're doing is to follow us on Pulaski Citizen Facebook page, follow us on the Pulaski Citizen Sports page on Facebook, and we'll keep you up to date on those areas.
You mentioned my man Chris Bledsoe. He's in the back. He's fired up. And I got to admit, the summertime is fun. The downtime is nice, vacation, etc. But it's right around this time of the year that me and Chris Bledsoe just magically start texting each other a little more. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. What are you thinking about?
Remember me?
It kind of just mingles in. And I kind of start getting the sensation on my skin there because I start thinking about those Friday nights at the Brickyard. I'm excited to be back with Chris. We're excited to have Mark and Cody. And again, every single Richland, every single Giles game. If you can't make it to either game, you can tune in to both. If you're at one, you can tune in to the other.
Yeah.
We're your wall-to-wall destination for high school football this year.
Amen to that. So let's talk about some more races here. You got the school board and the municipal. And by the way, just to let you guys know, we are going to have some candidates that are going to start showing up, and we're going to let them come up and talk to us because we want them to be able to talk to the folks that they've been talking to for the last, 7 or 8 months now, all the way. But I think I was working on the election back in November, to be honest with you guys, working on debates, working on election sections, working on this kind of what we're doing tonight. I've been working on election now for about seems like a year. So these guys have been working on it since the first of the year, and they're going to come up and any of you guys that are out there that are candidates that want to come up and talk to us, we obviously welcome you to wait until there's some returns in. There's some of these guys that were not opposed will be coming up here pretty soon. If you guys will see Lindsay here in the front, she's got the green shirt on. Tell her you want to come up, and she'll make sure that everybody gets in a kind of a first come, first serve basis. Okay. Now back to the races. School board and municipals. School board has 7 elected members, and 1 from each of Giles County's 7 voting districts, right? And the school board seats are staggered. So in 2020, it was the even district seats, 2, 4, and 6. This year, it's the odd district seats plus 1. We'll talk about that in a minute. So it's 1, 3, 5, and 7. Now, we're also filling the unexpired term of a District 4. Katie Journey.
Right.
So that's whoever gets elected in that District 4 race will serve 2 years. And then in 2024, it'll be 2, 4, and 6 again. Just so you guys will know. So in District 1, you've got 2 people running for the 1 seat. One of them is incumbent Jim Stewart. The other is challenger Chris McAllister. In District 3, you have current school board member Joe Parker did not run for re-election. And so there are 2 challengers for that seat. One of them is Dale Berry, and the other is Leanne Gordon. In District 4, you got Gary Scooter Sumners, who is appointed to Phil Journey's seat, right, until this election.
Journey.
Huh?
Katie Journey.
Who did I say?
Mr. Phil Journey is a...
Did I say Phil Journey?
You did, but it's
My
okay.
goodness. I know. I can't even believe I didn't say Rodney, but
we saw Rodney earlier today, so I thought that's maybe
no.
where you were
Okay,
gonna go.
I didn't say to Phil.
Correct.
Fill, not Phil.
Excuse me there. Keeping you on your toes.
To fill Katie Journey's spot, right? Until this election, and he's considered, and basically Scooter's considered the incumbent, and he's being challenged by Derek Rowe. District 5, you have incumbent Richie Brewer running unopposed. District 7, you have also, as we talked about, Chairman, our friend Knox Vanderpool, also running unopposed. Now, we had some city elections. And the city elections kind of get pretty interesting around here in some of these smaller towns. When it came, qualifying got over with, there were several positions that didn't have people running for them. Some of that stuff's been taken care of with what they call write-in votes, and I'll explain how that works for you, okay? So, Elkton, Linville, and Minor Hill will hold elections for their boards of mayor and alderman, all right? The Elkton mayor's seat is on the ballot with 2 candidates that have qualified as write-in candidates. Now, a lot of people don't realize that if you want to be a write-in candidate and your votes count for you, you have to get qualified as a write-in candidate. You can't just have people go write Wade Neely down and all of a sudden Wade Neely's your county executive. It just doesn't work that way.
It'd be nice.
Yeah. For who? No, I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
So the qualified write-in candidates for the Elkton mayor's seat are Jimmy Dean Caldwell, who is the incumbent, and Jennifer McCluskey. Okay? 2 candidates have qualified for 2 open seats on the Board of Mayor and Alderman as alderman. One of them is Bill Carey, who was a Giles County Commissioner that's not running for re-election, and the other is Ryan Gilland. Okay? In Linville, there are 3 alderman seats on the ballot, and there's just 1 qualified candidate, and that is Floyd Pratt, and that's it. There's not even any write-ins for that one. I think what happens in that case is that the actual board, the board will actually appoint 2 people until the next election. I think that's right, but don't hold me to that. In Minor Hill, incumbent Mayor Tracy Wilburn is running unopposed, and there are 3 write-in candidates who have qualified for 2 open seats. Okay, those candidates are Pete Abdo, Brandon Beard, and Jerry Paul Stafford. And then a 3rd unexpired alderman seat is also on that ballot for Minor Hill, and just 1 guy has qualified for that. That is Bill Sakarnowski. I hope I said that right, Bill. I'm sorry if I didn't. But so anyone who wanted to be a qualified write-in candidate had to notify the election commission office before the 50th day before the election. In other words, their name wouldn't be on the ballot, but they could be written in. And those write-ins are only valid if they are qualified candidates. So that you just got your little civics lesson. You're welcome for that. And that's kind of where that stands as far as the school board and the municipal elections go.
A lot of stuff. And speaking of the civics lesson, you're telling me that all those write-in votes for sheriff I solicited in 2008, none of those counted because I was not a qualified write-in candidate?
That's exactly right.
I've been telling people I finished runner-up in that sheriff's election for years. That was one of Kyle's first unopposed elections, so I apologize if I misled anyone out there. But we've still got returns coming our way, and we've got a lot more to discuss here. It's a busy, busy night. We're down here at Kitchen 218, and we're in the upstairs, brand-new Venue 220. It is a fantastic crowd. Live crowd, can we make a little noise? There we go, there we go. Great crowd on hand here tonight. We've still got some door prizes we're going to give out a little bit later. We've got some election returns coming in just a moment, and it's all part of your continued coverage. You are listening to Election Night coverage, and you're listening right here on Pulaski Citizen Live.
M&M Staffing LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
Citizen Media is everywhere. Get daily news, sports, and obituary updates in the Pulaski Citizen e-edition at pulaskicitizen.com. Pulaski Citizen Live offers video and audio streaming of local sports, local meetings, and community events. Pulaski Citizen Social lets you know when and where the next event or update can be found. Love to hold that paper in your hand? The same Pulaski Citizen newspaper that's been printed since 1854 is available each week by subscription or on newsstands throughout Giles County. Tell your story with Citizen Media.
First Realty Group is first in community and school support. They love Giles County. They love Giles County students, and they love Giles County's athletes. For First Realty Group, connecting buyers and sellers goes hand in hand with supporting their neighbors, schools, teachers, local businesses, and organizations. First Realty Group also loves putting sold signs on their clients' properties. Let their friendly and knowledgeable agents help you get your own sold sign. Call 363-2644 and visit them at frg1.com.
This is David Bushman. I'm the board chair of the advisory board for the Giles County Fire and Rescue. We have an organization of dedicated over 40 volunteers. They're on the front lines every day fighting fires, responding to emergency rescue situations in Giles County. We're looking for more volunteers. We also could use financial support. As you know, it takes a lot of money to run 7 fire stations across the county. If you'd like to be a firefighter, we'd love to have you come help make a difference in your community and join our family. Again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart as a Giles County citizen.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Election Night coverage right here on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're upstairs at Kitchen 218 alongside Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely. And Scott, going through the ballot here, and we've got some other stuff that we will tap into in just a moment, but we do have some returns coming our way here shortly. Is not
yet,
but they are coming. That's a little bit of a tease in the biz.
Well, let me say this about returns. I'm telling y'all, we've sat and waited a long time for returns in the past. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just the one thing you can count on for elections is that something is going to go wrong and something's going to be held up and something's going to be delayed. That's the reason why we waited an extra 30 minutes after the polls closed to even start this thing, because I knew we would be filling this first hour with this information, and we would have been very fortunate if we get any returns before 8:30. I hope that we get some in this 8 o'clock hour is what I hope. But we've got plenty to say, and if we run out of stuff to say, we're going to come find you guys and we're going to start talking to y'all. So y'all better hope we don't run out of stuff to say.
We've got a great crowd here, so I'm excited for that. And
I figure they're going to be drawing names or raffle tickets at some point, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about a big crowd here tonight, this is the opening night of Venue 220.
Right.
We're going to give away some door prizes. Our door prize donors tonight include Kitchen 218, Say I Won't, Color Me Cozy, Cane and Poplar, 2nd Street Coffee House, Citizen Media, Corner Pit Barbecue, The Outlook, and Star Theater. So door prizes for those in attendance. If you're in town listening to us on YouTube, or if you're at your house and want to come on down, Kitchen 218, brand new venue upstairs. It's looking great. Jake and the guys have been working hard, not just today, but all year long to get this place ready, and for a couple years, in fact. So I'm excited to be in 220, and I'm excited that we're kind of the trial run here.
Right.
We're the opening act here, my friend.
By the way, you feel that cool air?
Absolutely.
That's what we've been waiting on right there, because I think that just got here like this week. So I know one young man named Jake who was really happy to get that air conditioner up and running up here, and I'm sure and proud he did.
It feels great. That's all I'm gonna say.
So let's talk about 22nd judicial. We don't do these, but we do these every 8 years, right? 22nd judicial district. All 4 circuit judges, the district attorney, the public defender, all of those are on the ballot. And these offices, they all serve a 4-county district: Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murrey counties. So we got 4 different judge seats that we're filling. David L. Allen and John Russ Parks are incumbent judges for Part 1 and 2. They are unopposed, okay? Christopher V. Chris Sockwell is the incumbent judge for Part 2. That should be Part 3, I'm sorry. And he is challenged by Lee Brooks. And then the big one is, as far as the number of people running for it, Part 4 is the seat that Judge Stella Hargrove held. Mm-hmm. She's not seeking re-election. Challenges for her seat are Caleb Bayless, Stacy O'Neill, and Sammy Patterson. All right, so that's your circuit judges. That's all 4 races for your circuit judges. Your incumbent district attorney, Brent Cooper, is unopposed. And your incumbent public defender, Travis Jones, is also unopposed. So that's your district. That's your 22nd judicial district races that we, like I said, we only do those every 8 years.
Yeah, and I told my good friend Brad Phillips that I would sneak this in, but if you got to take that you-know-what to trial, that's what you're voting on potentially here today. And we've got a little bit more segments that we want to break down as far as our overall ballot, our overall candidates, and we're going to tap into those. We'll talk state. We'll even talk a little federal action maybe here as the night continues. Still waiting on some returns. We've got a great crowd here at Kitchen 218, and we want to remind you folks this is election night coverage, and you're listening to election night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're back after this.
Making connections between buyers and sellers is what the real estate professionals at First Realty Group love the most. Whether it's a home, a farm, commercial property, or land, First Realty Group has the experience and know-how to market your property and help find that dream home you've been looking for. Find out why First Realty Group is first. Visit their office on the east side of the Pulaski Square, call 363-2644, and visit their website at frg1.com.
Located on West College Street, right here in Pulaski, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC is your local automotive dealer. Easy, convenient, and proven, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC offers creative financing solutions to get you going and top-notch service to keep you going for years to come. Murray's team works just as hard to keep your business as they do to get it. They are dedicated to finding you the very best deal. Visit 1500 West College Street, call 363-3555, or visit murraychevrolet.com today.
Pulaski Citizen Live is doing Giles County sports and community events like they've never been done before. Video of local government meetings and community events, as well as streaming of high school, middle school, and youth league games. Football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, and more are all on the PCL schedule throughout the year. Get your game called by the most recognized sports announcers in Giles County. So are you looking for your next meeting, event, or game? Make sure you tune in to Pulaski Citizen Live on YouTube and on the Mixler app.
Hi, I'm Hagen Haney, and I wanted to tell you about Haney Realty and Property Management. It's my dad's business, but he has a lot of really nice and smart people who work with him. When people want to sell or buy a house or some land, they call my dad and his friends at Haney Realty and Property Management. It must be a lot of fun because every time I see them, they're smiling. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Give them a call at 347-9150.
And we're back, folks, coming to you live from Kitchen 218's brand new Venue 220. Can we get a little noise from the crowd here,
all
folks?
Right.
Yeah. That's what we're looking for. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely. Scott, before we go any further, by the way, We're not the only ones kind of making this happen here tonight. And I'll shout out our intern, Lindsey Thurman, but there's one young man that you probably want to give a shout out who's kind of making the magic happen behind the scenes tonight.
Man, yeah, he's taking to it like a duck to water. Webb Stewart's running our sound for us tonight. Thank you, Webb.
Boy.
He's going to be heading off to college here in about a month or so, and so I'm pressing him into service until going to keep him working until he goes.
And when he arrives on campus, he can tell everybody he produced an award-winning broadcast.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah.
And also, we want to shout out Kevin Hood and Bobby Townsend, who were down here early this afternoon, helping the 218 staff and really helping us get things in.
There's more. Kelly Garrett, Kerry Malone, Tiffany Haygood. They aren't here, but let me tell you, none of this stuff looks and it is what it is without all three of them. Kerry's sitting on go to get us to help us calculate numbers, and the guys at Kitchen 218. I mean, y'all don't even know. We were up here, got here a little after lunch today, and those guys were working their tails off to get this place looking as good as it does. And I'm telling you, let's tell them how great it looks. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Anybody out there listening to us on YouTube, hey, come on up. There's food. All the fare is available. If you can get it downstairs, you can get it upstairs. There are door prizes that eventually I think we're going to be drawing for. So, and we'll tell you about those again here in a little bit. But you can get here and you can win a door prize. And, just thank everybody. Anybody you see that works here at 218, make sure you thank them because they're the reason they're really the main reason we're able to be here.
There ain't no doubt. And as we continue, still awaiting some returns to come in, we will be bringing you guys those. The live crowd is getting a little anxious, and I know our listeners and viewers on YouTube are anxious as well.
You know what I love about this? I've set up that radio station, and we had talked everything to death. And us sitting around trying to figure out what we're going to say. Y'all get to feel a little of that tonight. This is the way it is whenever you do election night results. You sit around forever, and then before you know it, once they start coming in, you're like, what happened? Where did all those numbers come from? That's just the way it works. So I love doing this here. This to me, this is a lot better than sitting in a studio and waiting around for results to come. So I'm tickled to death. I got a bunch of my friends here, and we're all just hanging out, right?
Hey, no doubt about it. And as we kind of await, I should say, for those returns to slowly start trickling in, we do have another segment we do want to go over with you guys.
Yeah.
Not just local on the ballot here. We also have some state and federal primaries to tap into as well.
Right, yeah. So this election today is serving as a party primary for state and federal offices, and those seats will be filled on the November 8th ballot. And we're going to talk more about November 8th later if we get to it. So the incumbent governor, Bill Lee, is unopposed as the Republican candidate for governor. Carnita Faye Atwater, Jason Brantley Martin, and J.B. Smiley Jr. are the three qualified candidates for the Democrat candidate for governor. So when you voted, you should have said, I'm going to vote Democrat primary or Republican primary, and whichever one you voted in, you would either voted for Bill Lee or you'd have voted for one of these Democrat in that primary. In State Representative District 70, who is our own, Clay Doggett, let's give him a laugh, Giles County's own. He is the incumbent, unopposed as the Republican candidate for the State House of Representatives from District 70, and there are no Democrat candidates qualified to run for District 70 seat. I don't know about write-ins or anything like that. That's a possibility. As of right now, it appears that Clay will be unopposed when we get to November.
Looks that way.
Looks that way. U.S. Representative District 4, that may sound different to you because we used to be in District 4. But we moved to, I think it was District 6, and we've moved back to District 4 now. So Giles County has moved back into our old district. It's a huge district, by the way. And incumbent Scott Desjardins is unopposed as a Republican candidate. Wayne Steele and Arnold J. White are the qualified Democrat candidates. So one of those guys will be the Democrat candidate against Scott Desjardins. The State Executive Committee District 28. Do not ask me what a State Executive Committee person does. I know we have committee men and committee women, and in today's culture, I can't even believe they have the gall to call somebody a committee man or committee woman. You know, it's just unbelievable to me. But anyway, the primary also included male and female Republican and Democrat candidates for the state's executive committee for District 28. And that is your primaries for your federal and state stuff that's going to be coming up in November. We'll talk a little bit more about the November elections if we get to it here in a few minutes.
Yeah, and those were those measures on the ballot, those candidates on the ballot. The first few pages, you may have opened it up, and if you hadn't done any little research, you're saying, who are these people?
Right.
Or what am I voting for? Those were kind of those state and federal levels that you're looking at voting for. And so Scott was breaking those down a moment ago. We've kind of already gone over the county, the municipal stuff, and we're kind of now tapping into the state and federal levels. So still got some returns that are supposed to be coming our way shortly. And we're going to be with you guys until we get each and every result here this evening. We are also hoping to speak to some of our candidates. A few have already made their way into the building. We'll start tapping into those as the night continues.
Yep.
But for now, we're going to take a quick time out. And we want to remind you that you are listening to Giles County Election Night coverage right here on Pulaski Citizen Live.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
The time is right to list your property with Bob White Realty. The friendly agents of Bob White Realty have more than 116 years of combined experience. They know the market and they're ready to list your property today. Buyers will appreciate the knowledge and experience they will find at Bob White Realty, and they have a diverse selection of properties and homes to show you. They are experienced realtors who work for you. Stop by the Bob White Realty office at 505 West College Street or call 363-2544.
Citizen Media is everywhere. Get daily news, sports, and obituary updates in the Pulaski Citizen e-edition at PulaskiCitizen.com. Pulaski Citizen Live offers video and audio streaming of local sports, local meetings, and community events. Pulaski Citizen Social lets you know when and where the next event or update can be found. Love to hold that paper in your hand? The same Pulaski Citizen newspaper that's been printed since 1854 is available each week by subscription or on newsstands throughout Giles County. Tell your story with Citizen Media.
All right, welcome back, everybody. You're listening to Pulaski Citizen Live's election night coverage. Just to remind everybody, we are waiting on the first set of returns, which will most likely be the early voting. The early voting returns will most likely be. I'll kind of go over it again, how we'll read these down to you. These will be unofficial results that we give you tonight, but it'll be pretty close. August the 19th will be the certification by the Election Commission. When we get the first ballots, which I expect to be early voting, those returns will have the early voting where people walked in and voted early, the 2 weeks ahead of time, and they will also have all mail-in absentee ballots on it. That total will be given to you with the early voting day, early voting weeks, and the absentee ballots. When we get the precinct, all we're going to be reporting on those will be who voted that day, who voted today, okay? And those will be the totals that you'll get, that we'll have. All of that will be tallied up, and we'll do our best to give you the best results that we can give you on election night. Generally, it all works out about to what, at the end of the day, once they have been certified, they all work out pretty close. Wade will be making his way back here in just a moment. I want to remind any candidates that are in the House that I know we have some of the unopposed candidates that are coming back here before too long, and they are going to step up here and have a few words with us as they come in. Just remind anybody who is a candidate who is looking to get up here and speak anytime soon to find Lindsay here in the green shirt up front, and she will make sure that she keeps everybody kind of moving in an organized way. So, here we are. Well, we've pretty much gone through the August election, so now we're going to move on to November 8th. Raise your hand if you knew we had an election coming in November 8th. All right. We've got a pretty smart crowd here. All right. So we will have the state, federal, and local general election November 8th. Candidates who are looking to run in the November 8th election will need to be qualified. They have until August the 18th to qualify for that election, okay? Voters who are not already registered have until October the 11th. To register. Early voting for the November 8th election is scheduled for October 19th through November the 3rd. Democrat, Republican, and other candidates will face off for state and federal offices that we just mentioned a minute ago. Those were the primaries that we mentioned a minute ago for that November 8th election. The city of Pulaski will have its mayor and 3 alderman seats on the November 8th ballot. I know you've already seen some mayor advertisements out there, okay? That's not this election. If you have tuned in today to find out who won the Pulaski mayor election, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to help you, okay? Hey, and I don't mean to make fun of anybody, but I know there's somebody that did, I promise you. The current Pulaski mayor, Pat Ford, has announced that he will not seek re-election. 3 candidates have announced and are publicly advertising their candidacies. I don't like to say who's qualified yet because the qualifying is not over until August the 18th. But these 3 men have announced or publicly advertised their candidacies. They are John Amlander, J.J. Brindley, and Larry Worsham. The 3 Pulaski aldermen whose seats are on the ballot, in other words, these guys are the ones whose seats are up for election in November, are Jerry Bryant, Hardin Franklin, and Pat Miles. To my knowledge, nobody has announced concerning the candidacies for these seats. They may have, but I've not seen any advertisements for them. I haven't heard any of them say that out loud, so we do not know who's running for those seats. The city of Ardmore, Tennessee will have its mayor and 3 alderman seats on the ballot in November. The current mayor is Mike Magnuson, and the alderman seats the ones who hold those alderman seats now who are up for election are Shane Emerson, Jason Sherman, and Spencer Smith. And just like with the Pulaski, I don't know of any announcements or qualifiers at this time. Also on that November 8th ballot will be the liquor by the drink referendum for the county. The city of Pulaski already has liquor by the drink. Some people are taking advantage of it right now. Giles County voters will be asked to allow restaurants outside the city's limits to sell liquor for on-premises consumption, which is what's happening here, okay? I know Pulaski already has liquor by the drink, and I think Ardmore does too as well. I'm not sure about that. So that's what the November 8th election looks like. And I'm checking my email because I'm supposed to be getting ballots whenever they come, just to let y'all know I haven't forgot to check for that. It's not like I'm just up here talking and not even thinking of that we have a reason for being here. So anyway, that's your November 8th election. That's what's on the ballot. And boy, me and Wade are fixing to start filling some time now, baby. All right, we're going to take a break real quick. We're going to come back. You're listening to election night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live.
First Realty Group is first in community and school support. They love Giles County. They love Giles County students, and they love Giles County's athletes. For First Realty Group, connecting buyers and sellers goes hand in hand with supporting their neighbors, schools, teachers, local businesses, and organizations. First Realty Group also loves putting sold signs on their clients' properties. Let their friendly and knowledgeable agents help you get your own sold sign. Call 363-2644 and visit them at frg1.com.
Located on West College Street, right here in Pulaski, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC is your local automotive dealer. Easy, convenient, and proven, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC offers creative financing solutions to get you going and top-notch service to keep you going for years to come. Murray's team works just as hard to keep your business as they do to get it. They are dedicated to finding you the very best deal. Visit 1500 West College Street, call 363-3555, or visit murraychevrolet.com today.
Hi, this is Jen Williams with Giles County Fire and Rescue. Responding to 350 incidents per year from 7 locations throughout our county, Giles County Fire and Rescue exists to save lives and protect property. Giles County Fire and Rescue offers the highest level of skills and training, and we are committed to the safety of our community and our responders. Regardless of where you are in the county, there's a Giles County Fire and Rescue station near you. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
If you're looking to spread the word, look no further than Holley's Printing, where Giles Countyans have been printing for more than 60 years. Signs, banners, wall graphics, auto graphics, window clings, and more. Holley's Printing will help you get the word out in style with custom services and installation. Choose the materials that best fit your needs, choose the design that matches your message, and choose the size that gets your message the most attention. Let Holley's Printing make you look good in print. Call 931-363-3161.
And we're back here in Venue 220, opening night of Venue 220, here inside of Kitchen 218. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely, and this is continued election coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live. Great to be with you guys here tonight. And Scott, as we get into kind of the off-the-rails territory a little bit. We've still got a little bit of programming, at least for the next break or two. We'll see about after that. And,
might have to start dancing or something.
We will come up with some original entertainment. I can promise you that as we get into that a little bit later. And we've got folks tuning in really all over, not just all over the county, but all over the country tonight because we're on YouTube. I've got some really good friends out on Haywood Creek Road. They're tuning in tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. And that's part of the beauty of what Pulaski Citizen Live really, honestly, Scott, is all about. We're not really tied down. We can bring a broadcast. I joked with my good friend, Mr. Bill Dunham, 2 weeks ago. I said if 2 football teams pulled up at Sam Davis parking lot, you give me 10 minutes heads up, and we could go down there and we could broadcast that game in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we don't even really have to have all this fancy equipment. We can do it on a phone, really, to be honest with you. But with the equipment, it makes it nicer and allows us to play our sponsor spots, which they appreciate that. And we do appreciate our sponsors, which real quick, why don't you run over our sponsors real quick, or I will. I've got them right here. Yep. And just to make sure we give them the love because they're why we know at least one of them are in the room tonight. We had a couple of them on earlier. Bob White Realty, Giles County Fire and Rescue, First Realty Group, Haney Realty and Property Management, Holley's Printing, M&M Staffing LLC, and Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC. Hey, let's give those guys a round of applause. Thank you guys for jumping in and making this all possible for us to be able to be here. Talking about that, okay, so Pulaski Citizen Live, it's been something that's kind of been running around in my brain, and if you knew my brain, you'd know that that's about one of about 20 million things at one time. But it kind of started coming together whenever Wade came and we talked about him coming on board, and it made me realize that we could do these. First of all, start off doing audio ball games, which is something I've been wanting to do since the day that I started back at the newspaper. And so we started off with basketball season. Missy Harper's here, and all the Giles County High School district games. We did all those, and even their tournament games, and same thing with Richland. And we had a ball. What I wanted to do. I wanted to have fun doing these ball games, and we do. And I thank Wade for being here. We talked about it earlier. Wade and Chris, our team, they'll be doing your Giles County High School football this year. And Mark, Cody, and Jennifer Hawkins, Mark Mize, Cody Derryberry, Jennifer Hawkins, they are going to be tag teaming, and there'll be at least 2 of them on the air each week for Richland. We're going to carry all the Richland Giles County High School football games. And like I said, coming up, we will kick off our fall coverage coming up Tuesday, and that will be Bridgeforth playing at home and Richland Middle School playing at home. We'll have both those games on for you. But there was something else that went along with Pulaski Citizen Live, something else that we were missing.
Tell me more.
Which was being able to go out and see what's going on with our government, right?
Right.
And for years and years, we were able to hear that, but it went away. When our county commission would meet, we could hear it, but we couldn't. But it just went away. And so one of the first things I wanted to do, which we started up in about February or March, was start bringing YouTube Live, the monthly meeting of the Giles County Commission. We have those live every single month on YouTube. And we share these links out, just like we did with this, on our Pulaski Citizen Facebook page. Anytime you want to know what we got going on, go to our Facebook page, okay? Then I thought, well, let's do the Pulaski City Council. So at the very least, with Pulaski Citizen Live, we're bringing you those 3 government meetings every month. Also, let's do parades. Let's do what else have we done? I can't even remember. Tree lighting. And I went out whenever they had the powwow. I went out and did the powwow. And I've been down to the Giles County Fire and Rescue and videoed, did a live broadcast of them doing some extrication training. And there's just anything that's going on, bring that to you if you can't be there, and you can see what's going on live. And that's what the whole premise behind Pulaski Citizen Live is. And so that's really where that went. And then all that led to what you see on my shirt, which, by the way, let me just say this. I know somebody's probably thinking that we're supporting a certain candidate with this. We did not endorse any candidate as a newspaper. Each person at our newspaper had their own idea who they were going to vote for, but we did not push candidates on anybody. These shirts were ordered. Well, we've had these colors going all the way back to 2020. Let's put it that way. So we are not supporting any certain candidates with these shirts. Now, my shirt says Citizen Media. What is Citizen Media? It's an umbrella under which the Pulaski Citizen, PulaskiCitizen.com, all of our social media, all of that falls under one umbrella. And, you know, for so many years, if I asked you about the Pulaski Citizen, you would say it's the newspaper, right? Hey, we're proud to be the newspaper. 170 years almost of being a newspaper. Mm-hmm. But we are also proud of the other things that we do. And guess what I just got? I got an election return. So I'll tell you what, let's do. Call for a break. Let me pull it up, and then we'll give you our first returns.
All right, so since we have some returns, we're going to get our bearings about us up here a little bit. So we're going to call for a 3-minute timeout. And after that 3-minute timeout, maybe, just maybe, we'll have our first batch of returns for you guys. As alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely, and you are listening to Election Night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're back in 3 minutes.
Hi, I'm Hagen Haney, and I wanted to tell you about Haney Realty and Property Management. It's my dad's business, but he has a lot of really nice and smart people who work with him. When people want to sell or buy a house or some land, they call my dad and his friends at Haney Realty and Property Management. It must be a lot of fun because every time I see them, they're smiling. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Give them a call at 347-9150.
Pulaski Citizen Live is doing Giles County sports and community events like they've never been done before. Video of local government meetings and community events, as well as streaming of high school, middle school, and youth league games. Football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, and more are all on the PCL schedule throughout the year. Get your game called by the most recognized sports announcers in Giles County. So are you looking for your next meeting, event, or game? Make sure you tune in to Pulaski Citizen Live on YouTube and on the Mixler app.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mmstaffing.net.
Located on West College Street, right here in Pulaski, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC is your local automotive dealer. Easy, convenient, and proven, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC offers creative financing solutions to get you going and top-notch service to keep you going for years to come. Murray's team works just as hard to keep your business as they do to get it. They are dedicated to finding you the very best deal. Visit 1500 West College Street, call 363-3555, or visit murraychevrolet.com today.
The time is right to list your property with Bob White Realty. The friendly agents of Bob White Realty have more than 116 years of combined experience. They know the market and they're ready to list your property today. Buyers will appreciate the knowledge and experience they will find at Bob White Realty, and they have a diverse selection of properties and homes to show you. They're experienced realtors who work for you. Stop by the Bob White Realty office at 505 West College Street or call 363-2544.
Hi, this is Jen Williams with Giles County Fire and Rescue. Responding to 350 incidents per year from 7 locations throughout our county, Giles County Fire and Rescue exists to save lives and protect property. Giles County Fire and Rescue offers the highest level of skills and training, and we are committed to the safety of our community and our responders. Regardless of where you are in the county, there's a Giles County Fire and Rescue station near you. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
Coming to you live from the brand new Venue 220, located atop Kitchen 218. It's election night in Giles County, and alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely. We are so delighted to be with you guys. And before we went to break, we said
where'd Buford go?
We have some election returns, but it ain't going to be easy, folks. We ain't giving you the returns just yet.
We're going to do,
but that's
how many
because
you going to do 1, 3?
We've got our first couple door prize giveaways, and our good friend Buford McMasters is going to do the drawing here. One of the proud members of 218 on the
Chris Bledsoe.
First name is Chris Bledsoe. Wow.
There's something wrong with that. I don't know what he paid Buford. Chanel Howard. Uh-oh. No, he got that's 2. That's 2 for Chris.
Must be present to win, I was told. We're going to draw 2 more.
And Abby Stanton.
Abby Stanton, all right. All right. So Chris gets to pick 2 because Chanel was with him, right? Yeah. Go ahead and do that. All right. Now that we got that out the way for the time being, are we here for any reason? Okay. I think we're here to talk about
Cue the music, folks.
Cue the music. I'm going to start with the county races. This is the early voting total in your county executive race. Graham Stowe, 1,534 votes. Melissa Green, 1,626 votes. That's 51.37 for Green, 48.47 for Stowe, and there were 5 write-ins that they didn't say who that was, that they don't count anyway. Now, that is early voting totals. When it's that close, y'all, the precincts are going to make all kinds of a difference. In District 1 County Commission race, these 3 guys will be elected. James Lathrop, 174. Aaron Curry, 132. Joyce Woodard, 131. In County Commission for District 2, Tom Dennison, 154. Terry Jones, 272. David Womble, 209. Stoney Jackson, 151. Tracy Wilburn, 187, and Harold Young, 79. Your top 3 votes getters in the early voting in District 2 are Terry Jones, David Womble, and Tracy Wilburn. In District 3, Anel McPeters Guthrie, 187. David Adams, 155. Mike Cesarini, 96. Morgan Flowers, 138. Tammy Perchowski, 146. Tim Reisner, 218. Your top vote getters in District 3 so far in the early voting, Tim Reisner, Anel McPeters Guthrie, and David Adams. All right, District 4, your Matthew Hopkins, 231. Chris McCartney, 205. Caleb Savage, 308. Dwayne Jones, 169. Roger Reedy, 220. And George Witt, 209. The top 3 vote getters so far in the early voting in District 4, Caleb Savage with 308, Matthew Hopkins with 231, and Roger Reedy with 220. In District 5, your Brad Butler has 267, Gail Jones 268, Matt Rubelski 257, Lois Ammett 204, Bobby J. Morgan 31, Tommy Pollard, 248, and Katie Whitfield, 163. Your top 3 vote getters at this point in time in the early voting for District 5 are Gail Jones, Brad Butler, and Matt Rubelski. In District 6, Phil Glover, 134, Mayur Patel, 87, Evan Badur, 283.
Crowd favorite.
Well, he's here, so I mean,
they may be, yeah, exactly.
Rose Brown, 173, Joe Sutton, 191. Your top 3 vote getters in the District 6 race are Evan Badur, Joe Sutton, and Rose Brown. In District 7, this is your last commission district. Jeff Adams, 149. Michael Harmon, 178. Maurice Woodard, 237. Shelley Goolsby, 251. Terry Harwell, 158. And Judy Pruitt, 318. Your top 3 in District 7 are Judy Pruitt, Shelley Goolsby, and Maurice Woodard. In County Trustee, Carly Eubank, 1,061 votes. Tony Reisner, 1,948 votes, 64% to 35%. Chip Richardson got 2,524 votes. In your sheriff race, Kyle Helton, 2,515 votes. John Mitchell, 672 votes. Natalie Bass Oakley and Circuit Court Clerk got 2,610 votes. In your county clerk race, Carol Wade, 2,668 votes. Lee Breimer, 456 votes, 85% to 14%. Tammy Helton got 2,786 votes for Register of Deeds. School Board Member District 1. Hey, this is going to be tight, y'all. Jim Stewart, 131 votes. Chris McAllister, 128 votes. 3-vote difference. School Board Member District 3. Leanne Gordon, 210 votes. Dale Berry, 166 votes. The unexpired District 4 term, Gary Scooter Sumners, 296. Derek Rowe, 231. School Board Member District 5, Richie Brewer got 481 votes. And in District 7, School Board Member Knox Vanderpool got 442 votes. And for your Giles County sales and use tax referendum, 1,253 against and 907 for. Let me make sure I don't have any other results here before I go further.
Do you need a break, partner?
Yeah, take about a
Catch your breath a little bit here.
Break.
You just rattled off.
Take a minute break, and then we'll go over the rest of the results from the early voting.
All right, perfect. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely, and you are listening and watching extended Giles County election night coverage, and you're watching right here from Kitchen 218 on Pulaski Citizen Live.
Citizen Media is where you are. Online with PulaskiCitizen.com. On social media with Facebook and Instagram. On your phone with sporting and community event streaming. On your email with daily updates. Or right in your living room with the Pulaski Citizen newspaper. Giles Countyans have turned to the Pulaski Citizen for exclusive Giles County information, events, and entertainment for nearly 170 years. That hasn't changed, but it has grown. Citizen Media. We're not just the newspaper anymore.
Haney Realty and Property Management considers it a privilege to help you find the right deal. Hi, this is Daniel Haney. Are you listing, selling, buying, renting, or looking for property management? Let Haney Realty and Property Management create the plan that fits your needs. Our agents bring diverse experience and knowledge of Giles County, Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. We offer a friendly, professional, and creative approach to your specific needs. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Call 347-9150 and find our listings at HaneyRealtyPM.com.
We're back, folks, from the brand new Venue 220 located upstairs at Kitchen 218. It's election night here in Giles County. I'm Wade Neely alongside my colleague Scott Stewart, publisher of the Pulaski Citizen. And Scott, election returns have already started creeping in. We've heard a lot of big news and big results already. But you're really only kind of just getting warmed up, partner. Did you catch your breath during the break?
Yeah, I did. I was watching these vultures hawk over all these prizes over here.
Our door prizes are diminished greatly now. We'll give out some more as the night goes along.
We got some pretty good citizen media. A couple of T-shirts here, too, by the way, that we put in there. All right, so let me give you some of the city election stuff. They don't tell us who the write-in candidates were, so the mayor of city, they didn't have a qualified candidate, and they had 19 write-in votes. Don't know who those were. For the 2 alderman seats, these guys were basically unopposed. Bill Carey got 33. Ryan Gillen got 32. Historically, the Elkton folks vote on election day. In the alderman city election, we only had one candidate that was qualified, and that was Floyd Pratt. He got 19 votes. In the city of Minor Hill, 24 votes for Tracy Wilburn. Not going to be able to tell you much about the alderman race because they don't tell us who the write-in votes were.
Right.
So not a lot we can do there. Now, let me get back up here to the top, and we'll do these 22nd Judicial District and the primary votes. We'll run through those pretty quick. Governor Lee got 1,829 votes. He was running unopposed. DeJarlais got 1,738 votes unopposed. Clay Doggett got 1,933 votes unopposed. And then, let's see, in the Democrat primary for governor, 279 votes for Jason Brantley Martin, 140 for Carnita Faye Atwater, and 126 for J.B. Smiley Jr. That is just Giles County votes, obviously. Let's see, in the District 4, U.S. District 4, Wayne, on the Democratic side, Wayne Steele, 321, Arnold J. White, 171. And let's see, in the Circuit Court, here we go. Circuit Court Judge Part 1, David Allen, unopposed, 2172. Russ Parks, 2111, unopposed. Between Chris Sockwell and Lee Brooks for Part 3, Sockwell, 1,973 votes to 624 for Brooks. In the Part 4, this was the one that had 3 people running in it. Caleb Bayless, 1,799 votes. Stacy O'Donnell, 722 votes. And Sammy Patterson, 234 votes. Brent Cooper, 2,170 votes unopposed. Travis Jones, 2,055 votes unopposed. And just to remind you guys, if you just tuned in our county executive race, Graham Stowe, out of the early voting, that's his early voting numbers. That's the people that walked in to the Election Commission office and voted, along with absentee ballots. Those numbers tally up to, for early voting, Graham Stowe, 1,534, Melissa Green, 1,626. So that's a difference of what, just less than 100? Yep.
Tight.
Just less than 192. Thank you for your math majors out there who are, and I like.
There were a few shout outs from the crowd.
Yeah, I heard them. Yeah, I heard one in particular shout out that 92. Okay, right now I don't have any more results yet. They will start flying in here. I won't be able to keep up with them. So let me go back over, and I'm going to give you the top 3 vote getters on the county commission seats at this time, and then we'll catch up with everybody else here in just a minute. So in District 1, we know James Lathrop, Aaron Curry, and Joyce Woodard are all going to be elected. In District 2, the top vote getters are, so far, early voting, 272 for Terry Jones, 209 for David Womble, 187 for Tracy Wilburn. District 3, the top 3 vote getters at this time are Tim Reisner, 218, Anel McPeters Guthrie, 187, and David Adams, 155. But Morgan Flowers at 138 and Tammy Pierchowski at 146 are right in there in that fighting for that third spot. District 4, Caleb Savage, 308. Matthew Hopkins, 231. Roger Reedy at 220. Now you got George Witt at 209 and Chris McCartney at 205. So that's still a pretty tight race. In District 5, your top vote getters at this time are 268 for Gail Jones, 267 for Brad Butler, 257 for Matt Rubelski. Tommy Pollard, the incumbent, 248 just right, and Lois Ammett has 204. So those guys are still in that race with the precincts still to come in. District 6, your top vote getters are Evan Badur, 283. Joseph Sutton, 191, and Rose Bound, 173. Phil Glover does have 134, which puts him in contention for that third spot on that county commission. And in District 7, you have Morris Woodard at 237, Shelley Goolsby at 251, and then Judy Pruitt has 318 votes. Those guys are pretty far ahead of the rest of the folks in that District 7. Tony Reisner has 1948, Carly Eubank 1,061, Kyle Helton 225.15, John Mitchell 672, Carol Wade 2668, Lee Breimer 456, and so that's kind of where those stand right now. If we want to take another break, Wade, maybe we can get some more results or break these down a little bit more when we come back.
Absolutely. First of all, give it a hand to Scott Stewart, the Excel wizard over here.
I can read, y'all. I mean, you know.
I'm getting dizzy just looking at his spreadsheet over here. These are coming straight from the Election Commission, and I am getting woozy just watching him go through all these. So props to you.
The hero of the night is going to be Carrie because she's going to be adding up. I told him I can one off and read all night. But I sure enough can't add.
And when we drew straws in the citizen office, I think we all knew who should have gotten that straw. So
exactly
props
right.
to Carrie, of course, as always, for taking care of us behind the scenes. We're going to take a quick timeout. It'll be a 2-minute timeout. We are coming to you live from Kitchen 218 and the brand new venue up top, Venue 220. We're going to take a 2-minute break as you are listening to extended coverage of election night in Giles County right here on Pulaski Citizen Live.
Making connections between buyers and sellers is what the real estate professionals at First Realty Group love the most. Whether it's a home, a farm, commercial property, or land, First Realty Group has the experience and know-how to market your property and help find that dream home you've been looking for. Find out why First Realty Group is first. Visit their office on the east side of the Pulaski Square. Call 363-2644 and visit their website at frg1.com.
Haney Realty and Property Management considers it a privilege to help you find the right deal. Hi, this is Daniel Haney. Are you listing, selling, buying, renting, or looking for property management? Let Haney Realty and Property Management create the plan that fits your needs. Our agents bring diverse experience and knowledge of Giles County, Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. We offer a friendly, professional, and creative approach to your specific needs. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Call 347-9150 and find our listings at HaneyRealtyPM.com.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
All of us at Pulaski Citizen Live are thrilled to share these local sporting events with our listeners. Pulaski Citizen Live is a fun and exciting way for us to enhance our coverage of local athletes game by game and play by play. Wade Neely, Chris Bledsoe, Mark Mize, Cody Derryberry, and Jennifer Hawkins are some of the most recognized voices of local athletics over the past decade. You can hear their calls of the action each week exclusively on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're just getting started and we welcome you along for the ride on Pulaski Citizen Live.
We are live at Kitchen 218. It's continued coverage of the August 2022 elections right here on Pulaski Citizen Live alongside my main man, Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely. We've got a great crowd on hand here tonight. Man, listen at the crowd, Scott Stewart.
I know, man.
All we had to do
was
promise election results, get a few cocktails maybe thrown in there, and give out some door prizes, and what do you know? A good crowd turned out.
Crowd turns up, that's right. Hey, let me tell you something. I'm getting some some texts, excuse me. Emails, the only emails we're worried about are our returns.
Yes, sir.
I haven't gotten any new ones yet, so y'all calm down just a bit. So you say you got somebody listening from Colorado, and I don't know if it's any further or not, but our friend Brandon Bass says we got people watching us in Shoshone, Wyoming.
Wow.
So we got Colorado and Wyoming being represented on the. And by the way, we've got a little competition, on election night coverage, and one of my friends is on the air, and apparently they ain't got anything to do because they're watching me.
Mercy.
No, I'm just kidding.
Mercy.
I got a note from my friend who's over there doing other election night results that says I need makeup or maybe a hat.
Goodness gracious!
Apparently the lights are shining off my head.
Crowd here tonight.
But that fella has no room to talk about being hair challenged. I can assure you. But anyway,
Amen.
No, it's all in fun. But apparently they're watching me.
Yeah, a lot of folks tuning in. And when I went out on vacation in Colorado, and you laughed and said when I requested that be a business expense, little did you know I would have out of that.
Speaking of heads needing to be powdered down.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're a traveling partner back there. I can see.
I do have a good friend, and I did want to give a shout out. I do have this nice fancy ink pen, and it's from my good friend who's in the back, Mr. Jeff Bain. Hall of Fame recent inductee, Mr. Jeff Bain. We'll let you make your own distinction about what sort of Hall of Fame that should be. But nevertheless, we're excited to have Jeff here. He's excited to be here supporting local politics. And we've had a great crowd and a great turnout tonight.
Yeah, we're going to have a hard time beating this one here. Our friend Chad Young, who, by the way, we haven't been mentioning, but did donate one of the prizes up here, says that we had someone at some point listening to us in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Wow.
Giles County's elections are real big in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Officially worldwide, we can say now.
Yes, that's right. By the way, Brandon himself is not in Wyoming. His mom and dad are out there listening. So, hey, Mammy and Pappy.
Got to give them a shout out.
We'll be letting you know what's going on as we get more. We have been breaking down the early numbers. We've given you, I went back over everything. I had stopped at the school board, so I'll go back over those again real quick because I think I gave you all the contested race. Maybe just zoom in on Neely is what my friend says. That's fine with me.
I'll take that as a compliment.
That's good. So school board member, District 1, Jim Stewart is the incumbent. He has 131. Chris McAllister, the challenger, 128. So that gives you an idea how close that race is. In that's District 1. District 3, Dale Berry is 166. Leanne Gordon, 210. Both of those challengers for that seat because the incumbent did not run. District 4, it's an unexpired term of Katie Journey. Derek Rowe has 231. Gary Scooter Sumners, who was appointed to that seat, running as the incumbent at 296 to 231. Richie Brewer running unopposed, 481. Knox Vanderpool running unopposed, 442. Just to remind you guys, the sales tax referendum, the numbers on that from the early voting, 1,253 against, 907 for. So there's going to have to be a whole lot of difference in the precincts for that thing to pass. The ones that the early voting is not a lot of times when you get a big gap in there, pretty much who's going to win by their early voting.
Right.
Like our county executive race, there's no way you could even come anywhere near calling that. Even some of these county commission races, some of those you could probably pick out one or two that are probably going to win, but some of those third spots are still open. Most of every one of our other county seats that were being opposed that had two people running for them, they're pretty much decided at this point. So it's just a matter of looking at these precincts as they come in, especially in some of these county commission races, because a lot of times, like you say, Minor Hill, Elkton, Ardmore, those folks will not, the outlying areas don't come in early vote, and you end up with more voting there. We did hear that the turnout was low today, and I will tell you this, I looked at the 2018 results last week or something. There was 3,800 early votes cast back in 2018, and 3,276 votes. So there's 600 votes less from 2018. This is about the same number as 2014.
Correct.
Because I went and looked back at those two. So it's about the same number as 2014. Of course, Tammy's here. We had five running for your office back in 2018. The county-wide offices, there was a lot more competition for those, and that may be what brought out more people in 2018. Because the county-wide, there really wasn't as many people running. Now you start talking about the county commission. I don't know that 39 is a pretty stout number when you got 6, 7 running in one. So 39 county commission, but those don't bring out the early voting or the voters as much as the county-wide ones do. So I'm still checking for more results. I'm refreshing this email as fast as I can go. Maybe if we take another break, hopefully we'll have some more. If not, we got some more stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we may tap into that in just a moment. We've got a great crowd on hand here tonight. Coming to you live from Kitchen 218 alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wayne Neely, and this is extended coverage of election night in Giles County on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're back after this. 2 minutes.
When the time comes to buy a car, truck, or SUV, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC strives to be your go-to new and pre-owned dealer in Giles County. Just like the name says, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC's new inventory comes from the top names in the automotive industry, and they offer a full selection of pre-owned vehicles for you to choose from. Murrey has creative financing solutions and an expert maintenance and parts department for full-service care. Visit Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC on West College Street and check out their inventory at murraychevrolet.com.
Are you ready for your next challenge? I'm Ryan Cox with Giles County Fire Rescue. 7 stations in Giles County have fired up the call for volunteers to join forces for fire protection and emergency rescue response. No matter where you are in Giles County, there's a place to serve near you. Giles County Fire Rescue is always looking for bright and enthusiastic people to volunteer. Our members come from all walks of life. Serve and protect your family, your friends, your neighbors by volunteering with Giles County Fire Rescue. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
With more than 116 years of combined real estate experience, the friendly and professional agents at Bob White Realty are ready to list your property today. Bob White, Hardin Franklin, Leanne Mize, Shannon Rogers, Clay Doggett, Danielle Kirkpatrick, Samantha Cohn, and Kenny Brown make up the Bob White Realty team. Bob White Realty offers featured properties in Giles and surrounding counties and will work to find a home or property that best fits your needs. You can find their listings at bobwhite-realty.com or give them a call at 363-2544.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Extended coverage of election night in Giles County in front of a packed house here at Kitchen 218. Our coverage continues. Our election returns continue to trickle in. Scott Stewart is tabulating or reading the results. We've got.
I don't tabulate.
We've got our ace, Carrie J. Malone, that's doing the proper tabulating back behind the scenes. We've also got Webb Stewart and also Lindsey Thurman here with us tonight. We're so excited to be with you guys. Scott, we've heard from a lot of great folks already, including 2 of our charter sponsors here as part of our coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live. And we want to remind you guys that if you are interested in joining the fold as far as sponsorship goes at Pulaski Citizen Live, we have plenty of opportunities available, whether it's civic meetings, whether it's community events like this right here, or whether it's part of our extended sports coverage that is continuing to roll out. Still plenty of opportunities to get involved. Pulaski Citizen Live, honestly, we're kind of just getting really cranked up, Scott.
Right, yeah, you can reach out to me. You can reach out. You can call 363-3544, find Tiffany Haygood or Kelly Garrett. Those guys will help you out. It's funny. I had somebody ask me about a package the other day, and I said, "Man, I just make them and hand them off. I can't remember them. My brain's not that good anymore." But so yeah, those guys can really help you out because they know what can help you the most with your whatever you're trying to sell, whatever you're trying to market. Kelly and Tiffany definitely have their finger on that, and they got everything at their disposal on what we have to offer, and it's a lot, by the way.
Fantastic opportunities still available. And, Scott, I can kind of see your eyes going back and forth over these numbers. I could kind of sense maybe we need to change things up just a little bit as we don't have any new information just yet. So what I want you to do is maybe just close your eyes for a second or take your eyes off of the screen because there we go. We're trying to bring my man back to life a little bit here. But we do have a couple of other big topics that are kind of on the table, maybe not necessarily in terms of a ballot or this election, but a couple of other big-ticket items. We heard a lot of key issues throughout this election cycle, whether it be Exit 14, whether it be planning and growth, land use management, or even especially a lot about these same issues. It didn't matter which candidate you really talked to. It seems like these core issues kind of kept popping up.
Yeah, it's what are these guys that are getting elected going to be dealing with, right? And Exit 14 goes back for even past last. Of course, we did the debates this year, and we did the debates in 2018. Billy T. Young of Friends of Exit 14, as I've said before, it has really kind of urged me on. Whenever we did that back 4 years ago and this year. And so Exit 14 is an important key for our county. All these people who are running for office talk about revenues. How can we raise more money? How can, Exit 14 is a gold mine waiting to happen. And we have had some good news come out of there. There's a possibility that there could be some development out there that would allow us to build a wastewater treatment plant. That is the key to even more development out there. And then obviously the sales tax that's generated out there and the property tax when that property goes up, the value goes up on that property. All of that is important at Exit 14. And it is a crossroad. It's I-65 South, Highway 64 East and West. It is a great place to put, you stop at some of these exits on the interstate, and I can see that exit being just like that.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a flex, Scott, but I do got to tell you, this is a true story. But I went to WWE SummerSlam last weekend, and I'm talking to a Hall of Famer, The Undertaker, and he asked where I was from, and I told him I was from Pulaski, and he kind of scratched his head, said, well, where is that? And I said, partner, it's 1 hour south, and it's right off of I-65. And like you were saying, Scott, Exit 14 is right there, and it's fertile for growth. And that's why it has been such a hot-button issue amongst not just whether it's Republican or Democrat or independent candidates. Everybody has kind of been talking about Exit 14. And a lot of folks have also been talking about what this election could mean for our school district. That seemed like that was also, you go back to our debates that we were fortunate enough to host on the campus of UT Southern back in June, and we heard a lot about schools. Obviously, we're talking about school board a lot tonight, but we heard a lot about schools that night as well, and it continued throughout the cycle.
Yeah, I think everybody that you talk to will agree that schools are the most important issue in our county. How we fund them, where we put the money, our buildings, our teachers, our curriculum. I've covered the school board for a big part of my career, and I know how hard it is. Let me just tell you this. I've said this before, and I'll argue with anybody about it. The hardest elected position that you can hold is being a school board member, bar none. And no doubt in my mind about it. I've watched them all, and it is a difficult thing because there's just never enough money to do everything you want to do, and you have to determine what's the best to do, and you have to know so much, and you have to be so educated on what's going on in order to make good decisions. So our schools are important. We're trying to fix them up now. We need new buildings. We need fixed up buildings. We need to pay our teachers enough that they're not leaving us constantly. We need to make sure we got all the best equipment and best facilities for our students. We love our kids. Our kids are going to be our future, and we know that what we have to do, but it's just getting it done. It's changed a lot over the last 4 years. Let me tell you something. I about fell out of my seat the day that the county commission agreed to give $6.4 million and put it in an account for the school system. They had been talking about that since I started doing this. And then one day I'm sitting in a committee meeting and they voted to do it. So the things have changed, and the county commission has seen how important our schools are, and they're making a and it's making a difference.
Very well said. It's been a hot button issue. And one other issue that we'll touch on, as we're kind of still waiting on some returns to come in. We'll take a break in a moment, and then when we come back, we'll maybe refresh those. But one other thing I want to get your thoughts on that I heard a lot about was land use management. And I'm a sports guy, so I kind of pick up a little politics just being in the newsroom, kind of by osmosis. But what can you speak to as far as land use management? Because that was another buzzword that we heard a lot about in this election cycle.
Now I'm going to give you my personal opinion on some of this
Take
stuff.
aim, my friend.
We don't have any kind of land use management at all right now in Giles County. Now, look, a lot of people will say, yay, we don't have any land use management. But there are going to be people at some point, it's going to come up and bite us if we don't get some kind of protections. Now, are there protections out there through the government, through the federal and state government? That may be. Or do we want to depend on the state and federal government to protect us? No, I have never been in favor of telling people what to do with their property, but I think that we can all come together and realize that there are things that we don't want in our community, and we can pass some kind of land use management plan that will take in just those kind of things. Now, I've been the chairman of the Giles County Planning Commission for pretty much the last year, and I figure I've been a pretty dismal failure, because on my term we lost the land use management plan and we have not been able to replace it. So, but it's a very difficult subject. People are very passionate about it both ways.
Seems like it.
I kind of stand on the fence with it. I do not want I live in the city. I've got zoning. I don't have to worry about it. But if I had property in the county, I wouldn't want anybody telling me what to do with it. However, there are ways that we can tie industries that we don't want and make sure that at the very least we can tell them where they can go. And that's my thought process on it.
Absolutely. And again, very well said. And I picked up just a little bit from you and Carrie in the newsroom, so I feel
I'm glad you've been listening, man.
I'm not an expert by any stretch, but I've tried to dabble outside of sports just a little bit. Scott, I'm going to let you hit the refresh button. And Scott is shaking his head, so we don't have any new returns.
We'll go back over what we have.
Yeah, we'll go back over what we've got at the current moment. We do have early voting. We do have absentee voting in. Scott and I will go back over that on the other side of this 2-minute timeout. If you have not been tuning in long, our first set of returns are coming in, but we still got the election day results still to come in. So, again, just early voting, just absentee at this time. We'll get you guys the rest just as quick and as soon as we can. With that being said, we are in front of a packed crowd here tonight at Kitchen 218. They were fading a little bit.
There they come.
There they come. That's the trick. You just got to reel them back in a little bit, Scott.
Y'all get to feel this is what it's like getting election results, y'all.
Absolutely. And obviously we've got some great candidates that are here tonight as well. And everybody is glued in. We thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to take another 2-minute timeout as you are listening and watching continued election night in Giles County coverage right here on Pulaski Citizen Live. Back in 2 minutes.
Citizen Media is everywhere. Get daily news, sports, and obituary updates in the Pulaski Citizen e-edition at PulaskiCitizen.com. Pulaski Citizen Live offers video and audio streaming of local sports, local meetings, and community events. Pulaski Citizen Social lets you know when and where the next event or update can be found. Love to hold that paper in your hand? The same Pulaski Citizen newspaper that's been printed since 1854 is available each week by subscription or on newsstands throughout Giles County. Tell your story with Citizen Media.
First Realty Group is first in community and school support. They love Giles County. They love Giles County students, and they love Giles County's athletes. For First Realty Group, connecting buyers and sellers goes hand in hand with supporting their neighbors, schools, teachers, local businesses, and organizations. First Realty Group also loves putting sold signs on their clients' properties. Let their friendly and knowledgeable agents help you get your own sold sign. Call 363-2644 and visit them at frg1.com.
This is David Bushman. I'm the board chair of the advisory board for the Giles County Fire and Rescue. We have an organization of dedicated over 40 volunteers. They're on the front lines every day fighting fires, responding to emergency rescue situations in Giles County. We're looking for more volunteers. We also could use financial support. As you know, it takes a lot of money to run 7 fire stations across the county. If you'd like to be a firefighter, we'd love to have you come help make a difference in your community and join our family. Again, I thank you from the bottom of my heart as a Giles County citizen.
Making connections between buyers and sellers is what the real estate professionals at First Realty Group love the most. Whether it's a home, a farm, commercial property, or land, First Realty Group has the experience and know-how to market your property and help find that dream home you've been looking for. Find out why First Realty Group is first. Visit their office on the east side of the Pulaski Square. Call 363-2644 and visit their website at frg1.com.
We are coming to you live in front of a raucous crowd here tonight at Kitchen 218 in historic downtown Pulaski for Giles County election night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live. He's Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely. We just gave out a slew of door prizes. We're trying to keep the folks entertained while we're waiting on some results here, my friend.
Yeah, this is the most fun I've ever had on election night, I can assure you that. Chris Bledsoe, he's done one so much, he just gave somebody else something.
He just flat out gave out another door prize. Giving it back. I love to see it.
All right, since we don't have any new coverage and we may have some new folks have signed on with us, by the way, we had the question, do we have this posted anywhere else? No, not at this time. We're shorthanded tonight. Because of Tiffany has COVID, and so we didn't have the ability, hadn't really done that. What we will do is, first thing tomorrow, Pulaski Citizen, I'll have a story out for PulaskiCitizen.com. We'll get the stuff out. We'll share that out on Pulaski Citizen Facebook page. So we'll get you the results fairly early in the morning, okay? Yep. Just so everybody knows that. And maybe if we get done, we may be able to make a image out of our final tally and maybe post that up tonight. So we do not have that as a running total, but I'll give them to you if you want me to.
Yeah, let's hit them with it.
County executive, early voting numbers, okay? Early voting numbers. That's early voting, 2 weeks of early voting plus absentee. The totals, Melissa Green, 1,626, Graham Stowe, 1,534. Less than 100 separate them out of 3,165 votes. That is a tight race. County Commission District 1, James Lathrop, 174. Aaron Curry, 132. Joyce Woodard, 131. All three of those guys will be elected. County Commissioners District 2, Thomas Dennison, 154. Terry Jones, 272. David Womble, 209. Stoney Jackson, 151. Tracy Wilburn, 187. Harold Young, 79. Top 3 vote getters in early voting for District 2 Commissioner, Terry Jones, David Womble, and Tracy Wilburn. County Commissioners District 3, Annelle McPeters Guthrie, 187. David Adams, 155. Mike Cesarini, 96. Morgan Flowers, 138. Tammy Pierchowski, 146. Tim Reisner, 218. Top 3 vote getters so far in early voting for District 3 Commissioner, Tim Reisner, Annelle McPeters Guthrie, David Adams. There are a couple of folks that are right there vying for that third spot. Morgan Flowers and Tammy Pierchowski both in the running still for that third spot, and possibly the second.
Right.
County Commissioner District 4, Matthew Hopkins, 231. Chris McCartney, 205. Caleb Savage, 308. Dwayne Jones, 169. Roger Reedy, 220. George Witt, 209. Top 3 vote getters for District 4 Commissioner are Caleb Savage, Matthew Hopkins, Roger Reedy, with George Witt and Chris McCartney right there in the running. County Commissioner, District 5, Brad Butler, 267, Gail Jones, 268, Matt Rubelski, 257, Lois Ammett, 204, Bobby J. Morgan, 31, Tommy Pollard, 248, Katie Whitfield, 163. Your top 3 vote getters in District 5 are, so far in early voting, Gail Jones, Brad Butler, and Matt Rubelski. Lois Ammett has 204, Tommy Pollard has 248, keeping them both quite close in the running with the precincts. Obviously, all the precincts still out. And just did a real check just to make sure. District 6, County Commissioner, Phil Glover, 134. Mayor Patel, 87. Evan Badur, 283. Rose Brown, 173. Joseph Sutton, 191. Your top 3 vote getters so far in District 6 with early voting in only. Evan Badur, 283. Joseph Sutton, 191. Rose Brown, 173. Phil Glover still in the running, probably for that 3rd spot with 134. District 7, County Commissioner, Jeff Adams, 149. Michael Harmon, 178. Maurice Woodard, 237. Shelley Goolsby, 251. Terry Harble, 158. Judy Pruitt, 318. Your top 3 vote getters for the County Commissioner in District 7 are Judy Pruitt, Shelley Goolsby, and Maurice Woodard. And they've got a pretty good lead on everybody, but there's stranger things have happened.
Right.
County Trustee, Carly Eubank has 1,061 votes. Terry Reisner, 1,948 votes. Let's see. In the sheriff's race, John Mitchell, 672. Kyle Helton, 2515. In the county clerk race, Carol Wade, 2668, 2668 to Lee Breimer, 456. In the school board District 1, Jim Stewart, 131. Chris McAllister, 128. District 3, Dale Berry, 166. Leanne Gordon, 210. In the District 4 unexpired term, Gary Scooter Sumners, 296. Derek Rowe, 231. I'm just reading off the ones that are challenged right now. And the Giles County sale and use tax referendum, 1,253 against and 907 for. That is what we have right now. We are still waiting here for precincts. Y'all know how this works, right? In case y'all are wondering why it takes so long, here's how it works.
Lay it on us.
There are precincts, 14 of them, spread throughout Giles County. You ever driven around Giles County? Y'all know you can get off into a pretty far corner in Giles County. All of those boxes have to come back to the Election Commission, and then the Election Commission has to tally those votes. That's why it takes such a long time. They already had the early voting stuff sitting there waiting for the election to start. That's why you get it pretty quick. So, but like I say, I've been down there. It's pretty interesting. You're sitting there and you're waiting, and then all of a sudden these boxes come rolling in out of everywhere, from every which direction you can think of. And before you know it, you got 4 sheets and you haven't read a one of them as far as the results go. So I'm going to be having a hard time keeping up in a minute, but it'll happen.
We'll let Scott catch his breath. We'll let the crowd kind of catch its breath a little bit. And we will let our viewers kind of catch their breath a little bit as we're going to take a quick time out. You are listening and watching extended coverage of election night here in Giles County. We are live at Kitchen 218 this evening. And we are back after a 3-minute timeout. We're back in 3 minutes.
Located on West College Street, right here in Pulaski, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC is your local automotive dealer. Easy, convenient, and proven, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC offers creative financing solutions to get you going and top-notch service to keep you going for years to come. Murray's team works just as hard to keep your business as they do to get it. They are dedicated to finding you the very best deal. Visit 1500 West College Street, call 363-3555, or visit murraychevrolet.com today.
Pulaski Citizen Live is doing Giles County sports and community events like they've never been done before. Video of local government meetings and community events, as well as streaming of high school, middle school, and youth league games. Football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, and more are all on the PCL schedule throughout the year. Get your game called by the most recognized sports announcers in Giles County. So are you looking for your next meeting, event, or game? Make sure you tune in to Pulaski Citizen Live on YouTube and on the Mixler app.
First Realty Group is first in community and school support. They love Giles County. They love Giles County students, and they love Giles County's athletes. For First Realty Group, connecting buyers and sellers goes hand in hand with supporting their neighbors, schools, teachers, local businesses, and organizations. First Realty Group also loves putting sold signs on their clients' properties. Let their friendly and knowledgeable agents help you get your own sold sign. Call 363-2644 and visit them at frg1.com.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mmstaffing.net.
The time is right to list your property with Bob White Realty. The friendly agents of Bob White Realty have more than 116 years of combined experience. They know the market and they're ready to list your property today. Buyers will appreciate the knowledge and experience they will find at Bob White Realty, and they have a diverse selection of properties and homes to show you. They're experienced realtors who work for you. Stop by the Bob White Realty office at 505 West College Street or call 363-2544.
Citizen Media is everywhere. Get daily news, sports, and obituary updates in the Pulaski Citizen e-edition at PulaskiCitizen.com. Pulaski Citizen Live offers video and audio streaming of local sports, local meetings, and community events. Pulaski Citizen Social lets you know when and where the next event or update can be found. Love to hold that paper in your hand? The same Pulaski Citizen newspaper that's been printed since 1854 is available each week by subscription or on newsstands throughout Giles County. Tell your story with Citizen Media.
We are coming to you live from Kitchen 218 here. It is extended election night coverage here in Giles County and right here on Pulaski Citizen Live. It's so good to be with you guys as we kind of dwindle into the later stages of the evening. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely. And Scott, we knew this was going to be a fun night, and we knew it was going to be a night that might go long, and as we continue to await some of our election returns here, that has fulfilled itself. As we have the early vote, we have the absentee vote already tabulated, but still waiting on those precincts to report. But like you said, once those results come in, they're going to come quickly, and
yes,
at that point, I'm under the assumption that the election will be over at that point. As soon as we get those numbers in, we can get them popped in there, and in some sort of orderly fashion, we'll be good to go for tonight.
Yeah, for some of these races, the numbers we've called are enough to call the race. We're not going to do that right now, but because we don't even have any precincts in. That'd be we're not trying to be the national news media.
I will say there are a few districts that we could go ahead and technically call. Just based on the
1, 2, 3. They all just came, like half of them just came at one time. So I'm just going to read them off as I get them here. Y'all ready?
All right, we have some more returns coming in, folks. Scott is going to take it over. Godspeed, my friend.
I'm just going to grab them as I get to them. This will be the Minor Hill, and I'm going to name them as I go so I don't mess around and do the same one twice. All right. This is the Minor Hill precinct. This will be District 2. All right. And we're just going to, since we've got so many, we're going to lean strictly on county races right now, okay? All right. In the county executive race out of District 2, and Carrie's getting these emails, she'll be tallying this up, and she'll send me a tally here pretty soon, okay? 387 for Graham Stowe, 211 for Melissa Green. which real quick math in my head puts him ahead now.
After that one.
Yes.
Yep.
In that District 2 commission race, Dennison 206, Jones 404, Womble 239, Wilburn 264, Jackson 176, and Young 113. Pretty close to where you can call that one. Terry Jones, David Womble, and Tracy Wilburn with a big lead in that District 2 race with one more precinct coming in there. Carly Eubank, 261. Tony Reisner, 302. Let's see. Kyle Helton, 400. John Mitchell, 194 in the sheriff's race. Carol Wade, 446. Lee Breimer, 136. 362 against the referendum, 194 the referendum. You can just go ahead and count that has been defeated. In that Minor Hill City race, Tracy Wilburn running unopposed. And we really can't tell you a whole lot about the write-in votes because we really don't know who those are. That is your county races from the Minor Hill District, okay?
Yep.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one. And so roughly in my brain right now, I think you can say that Graham Stowe is ahead by less than 100 votes, right? Just kind of keep that. This is Prospect, District 1. Okay? Prospect, District 1. For the county executive race, Graham Stowe, 163. Melissa Green, 161.
Holy smokes.
I'm telling you, I knew this. I had a pretty good feeling this was going to be close. Of course, we know the three commissioners from District 1 will be Lathrop, Curry, and Woodard. Lathrop with 210, Curry with 153, and Woodard with 149. Tony Reisner, 203 over Carly Eubank. Kyle Helton, 240 over John Mitchell. I know we can pretty much call that race. Also, the county clerk race, Carol Wade, 245 to 74. In the District 1 school board, there was only three, I think. Was there about three difference between them in the early voting? Jim Stewart with 152, Chris McAllister with 174. McAllister's taking the lead in that race. 177 against the sales tax and 121 for the sales tax. That's out of Prospect. Looking at the next one, as I'm grabbing them as I go here, y'all just...
Scott is doing the Lord's work in real time, folks.
Airport, this will wrap up, by the way, District 2. This will be the final vote tally for District 2, okay? In the county executive race, 163 for Stowe, 128 for Green. So Stowe goes up just a little bit more there, maybe getting closer to about 100 votes difference at that point. I'm just throwing some rough numbers out there. Looking at the county commission, District 2, Dennison 105, Terry Jones 168, Womble 172, Jackson 101, Wilburn 122, and without putting a calculator to it, I'm going to say that your three commissioners at this point, now I will have to get some official, but I'm just based on the numbers I've seen, Terry Jones, David Womble, and Tracy Wilburn seem to be going to be your District 2 commissioners. Tony Reisner, 186, Carly Eubank, 93, Kyle Helton, 231, John Mitchell, 63, Carol Wade, 244, Lee Breimer, 37, 153 against the sales tax, 112 for the sales tax. The sales tax is defeated. And looking at the next box, I'm telling y'all, like 10 of them came up at once. That's how it goes. I'm not real surprised by that. This is going to be the Campbellsville. Campbellsville is District 3. Let me get this.
Yes, sir.
So I can be somewhat organized. All right. Campbellsville, District 3. County Executive, Graham Stowe, 267. Melissa Green, 166. That's another 100 votes, so Stowe is pretty somewhere around a 200 vote lead at this time. District 3 commissioners. Anel McPeters Guthrie, 215. David Adams, 225. Mike Cesarini, 61. Morgan Flowers, 150. Tammy Pierchowski, 116. And Tim Reisner, 245. Your three commissioners are likely from District 3. Anel McPeters Guthrie, David Adams, and Tim Reisner. Likely. Tony Reisner, 316. Carly Eubank, 99. Kyle Helton, 311. John Mitchell, 134. Carol Wade, 297. Lee Breimer, 133. In the school board race, Leanne Gordon, 187. Dale Berry, 223. Leanne had a decent lead at the early voting. Dale Berry made that up almost over 50, or right at 50 votes. So I'm not sure about how that race looks. The sales tax referendum was 307 against and 97 for. It's going to fail pretty miserably by the time all this gets done. Let's see. Up next, Richland Trace. This will wrap up District 3. All right, District 3. This is Richland Trace box. Graham Stowe, 218. Melissa Green, 204. Not a lot of difference. District 3 County Commissioner, Anel McPeters Guthrie, 199. David Adams, 126. Mike Cesarini, 125. Morgan Flowers, 139. Tammy Pierchowski, 150. Tim Reisner, 217. I believe pretty much you can count Guthrie, Adams, and Reisner as the commissioners elected there. Reisner, 259. Eubank, 137. Helton, 316. Mitchell, 104. Wade, 332. Breimer, 78. And Leanne Gordon got 235 votes from the Richland Trace, and Dale Berry got 170. That's a really close race. I'm not even going to
Very tight.
I'm going to wait for the tally on that one. 228 against the sales tax, 163 for the sales tax. All right. I think I got about 5 more here. And
I'm getting dizzy just watching this.
This is going to be the Oddfellows Hall, the Oddfellows Hall box. It's that's District 4. That's out at the Oddfellows Hall, Church of Christ. District 4. County Executive. Graham Stowe, 285. Melissa Green, 236. About a 50 vote, so Graham's probably about 250 votes ahead at this point. That's a rough guess in my head, so y'all don't get mad at me. District 4, County Commissioner, Matthew Hopkins, 242. Chris McCartney, 206. Caleb Savage, 307. Dwayne Jones, 126. Roger Reedy, 211. George Witt, 136. We'll have one more box but right now it looks like Caleb Savage, Matthew Hopkins, and Roger Reedy could still maintain the lead, but Chris McCartney is right there with them in that box. Tony Reisner, 309. Carly Eubank, 172. Kyle Helton, 405. John Mitchell, 109. Carol Wade, 412. Lee Breimer, 100. In the school board race, Gary Sumner's 251, Derek Rowe 249. Scooter had a decent little lead and did not lose any ground there. So as of right now, he still stays in the lead there.
Mm-hmm.
And 282 against the referendum, 194 for the referendum. Next, let's see who we got next.
Take your pick.
This is going to be the 5A, the Tennessee TCAT, the District 5A. This is the TCAT box, okay? And County Executive, Graham Stowe, 354. Melissa Green, 275. So that's putting Graham up over 300 in the lead-ish. County Commission, Brad Butler, 290. Gail Jones, 256. Matt Rubelski, 252. Lois Ammett, 207. Bobby J. Morgan, 44. Tommy Pollard, 245. And Katie Whitfield, 185. So right now, still in the lead in that district with one more box to report. Brad Butler, Gail Jones, and Rubelski still remain in the lead. Tommy Pollard is right there for that third spot. Tony Reisner, 384. Carly Eubank, 215. Kyle Helton, 459. John Mitchell, 167. Carol Wade, 511. Lee Breimer, 114. Richie Brewer got 518 votes and 344 against and 254 on the sales tax. All righty. This is going to be the 6A UT Southern box. If I can get it in there, hang on.
He's working on it.
Here we go. This is a city box. Graham Stowe, 115. Melissa Green, 240. So that brings it somewhere down around 200 votes between the two of them, with Graham Stowe seemingly in the lead at this point. In the District 6 race, Phil Glover, 128. Patel, 94. Badur, 262. Brown, 95. And Joe Sutton, 103. Badur, Brown, and Sutton remain in the lead in District 6. 201, 135, Reisner over Eubank. Kyle Helton, 305, John Mitchell, 51. Carol Wade, 311, Lee Breimer, 35. 69, again, this is the first box.
Nice.
This is the first box. These are the people that live outside the city limits that voted District 6. First box for the tax referendum, 85 to 69. That's pretty good stuff. All right, here we go. And the next box is going to be Ardmore, which will wrap up the District 1 race. But we already know the commissioners in that one. I think I saw one of them here just a minute ago, didn't I? Yep, and I heard her too. How about that? All right, so here is the Ardmore box. County Executive, Graham Stowe, 137. Melissa Green, 134. Negligible difference. County Commission District 1, Lathrop, 180. Curry, 132. Woodard, 128. Trustee, 133 to 104. Reisner over Eubank. Kyle Helton, 211. John Mitchell, 60. Carol Wade, 202. Lee Breimer, 63. In that race for the school board, District 1 school board member, Jim Stewart, 141. Chris McAllister, 122. That one's pretty close. I'm not going to venture a guess on it without seeing the tally on it. 159 against the sale tax. 159 against, 85 for the sales tax. I think I got one more right here, and then we may be able to take a break.
He's on a heater.
All right, I think this will take care of District 5. This is the Agri Park box. Okay?
That's where my parents live, by the way, and where I voted for a number of years.
There you go, the Agri Park box.
I know everybody wanted to know that.
For County Executive, Graham Stowe, 240. Melissa Green, 165. Stowe picks up some more votes there. County Commissioner, District 5. Brad Butler, 181. Gail Jones, 188. Matt Rubelski, 177. Lois Ammett, 128. Bobby J. Morgan, 17. Tommy Pollard 164, Katie Whitfield 108. I believe that pretty much solidifies Brad Butler, Gail Jones, and Matt Rubelski as the candidates that will be your District 5 commissioners. Do not hold me to that, please. And County Trustee Tony Rusner 221, Carly Eubank 134, Kyle Hilton 301. Hey, by the way, real quick, I've seen some candidates come in. This young lady in the green shirt down here, her name is Lindsay. Go see Lindsay if you want to come up here and get on the mic with us, because she's going to kind of keep everybody coming, and she's going to make sure this is organized. If you are planning to be on the mic with us here anytime soon, please go talk to Lindsay in the green shirt. Kyle Hilton 301, John Mitchell 94, Carol Wade 330, Lee Breimer 68, and Giles County Sales Tax Referendum 211 against 153-4. I just went through all of them that I have.
Man, give it up for Scott Stewart, ladies and gentlemen.
Now,
Wow.
no, please. Carrie's got a Excel sheet that she's working on right now. She's getting all these numbers as I was getting them, and she will take those and she will put them all in her Excel sheet, and she'll send that to me, and we'll get some totals as of right now. I think we can go back and we can call some of these races at this point. Some of them are complete. I think we pretty much hit on that as we went along. The sales tax is dead. Right now, Graham Stowe is around 300 or so votes ahead. Yeah. And then each one of those commission races, we kind of talked about those. So, yes, I'm ready to take a break.
Yeah, let's take a quick break, and let's give another round of applause to Scott for sorting through all that. We will take a 3-minute timeout. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely, and we are live here at Kitchen 218. The crowd is kind of catching a second wind this evening, Scott Stewart. I like it. A great crowd here tonight. We're live at Kitchen 218. It's election night in Giles County coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live, and we're back in 3 minutes.
First Realty Group is first in community and school support. They love Giles County. They love Giles County students, and they love Giles County's athletes. For First Realty Group, connecting buyers and sellers goes hand in hand with supporting their neighbors, schools, teachers, local businesses, and organizations. First Realty Group also loves putting sold signs on their clients' properties. Let their friendly and knowledgeable agents help you get your own sold sign. Call 363-2644 and visit them at frg1.com.
Located on West College Street, right here in Pulaski, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC is your local automotive dealer. Easy, convenient, and proven, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC offers creative financing solutions to get you going and top-notch service to keep you going for years to come. Murray's team works just as hard to keep your business as they do to get it. They are dedicated to finding you the very best deal. Visit 1500 West College Street, call 363-3555, or visit murraychevrolet.com today.
Hi, this is Jen Williams with Giles County Fire and Rescue. Responding to 350 incidents per year from 7 locations throughout our county, Giles County Fire and Rescue exists to save lives and protect property. Giles County Fire and Rescue offers the highest level of skills and training, and we are committed to the safety of our community and our responders. Regardless of where you are in the county, there's a Giles County Fire and Rescue station near you. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
If you're looking to spread the word, look no further than Holley. The time is right to list your property with Bob. If you're looking to spread the word, look no further than Holley's Printing, where Giles Countyans have been printing for more than 60 years. Signs, banners, wall graphics, auto graphics, window clings, and more. Holley's Printing will help you get the word out in style with custom services and installation. Choose the materials that best fit your needs, choose the design that matches your message, and choose the size that gets your message the most attention. Let Holley's Printing make you look good in print. Call 931-363-3161.
Hi, I'm Hagen Haney, and I wanted to tell you about Haney Realty and Property Management. It's my dad's business, but he has a lot of really nice and smart people who work with him. When people want to sell or buy a house or some land, they call my dad and his friends at Haney Realty and Property Management. It must be a lot of fun because every time I see them, they're smiling. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Give them a call at 347-9150.
Pulaski Citizen Live is doing Giles County sports and community events like they've never been done before. Video of local government meetings and community events, as well as streaming of high school, middle school, and youth league games. Football, basketball, baseball, softball, soccer, and more are all on the PCL schedule throughout the year. Get your game called by the most recognized sports announcers in Giles County. So are you looking for your next meeting, event, or game? Make sure you tune in to Pulaski Citizen Live on YouTube and on the Mixler app.
Welcome back, folks. You are looking live at Kitchen 218. A packed house here tonight. We're upstairs in the brand new Venue 220. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely. This is extended coverage of election night in Giles County here on Pulaski Citizen Live. Our producer behind the scenes is Mr. Webb Stewart, making the magic happen. We've got Lindsey Thurman here in the house as well, facilitating our guests, which we will get to.
Yep.
But we got a few guests that are waiting for some results to come in, and you have a new, fresh set of ballots, I believe, at your fingertips.
I've got one more in, just so you guys will know. I've counted up. We've got 12. Actually, I just got another one. We've got 13 of the 15 boxes. So this is going to be the 4A Linville box. Graham Stowe, 276. Melissa Green, 263.
Tight.
It's still tight, yes. And the three that we're lacking are city, which you probably think are going to go for Green, maybe. That's what you would expect anyway. District 4 County Commissioners. Matthew Hopkins, 185. Chris McCartney, 148. Caleb Savage, 268. Dwayne Jones, 214. Roger Reedy, 211. George Witt, 261. So on that one, you can pretty much call Savage and Hopkins, but George jumped up there. I'm not sure between him and Roger Reedy. It's going to be close.
Tight.
Very tight. That is all of your District 4. 329 for Tony Reisner, 162 for Carter Eubank. John Mitchell, 43. John Mitchell, 114. Kyle Helton, 426. Carol Wade, 440. Lee Breimer, 102. In the school board race, Scooter Sumners, 295. Derek Rowe, 225. Based on what I remember in my feeble mind, that means that Scooter Sumners will remain the school board member. But don't hold me to that. We'll get some tallies coming up. 329 against the sales tax, 176 for the sales tax. And I just got another one, Wade, before we go.
Hang on.
Go too far. This one will be your second District 6 box, your BMS box, Bridgeforth Middle School box.
Shout out to the Bobcats.
This will wrap up District 6. This is a city box. In the county executive race, Melissa Green, 159. Graham Stowe, 70. So that's at 89. That brings it, you're down still around 200 between the two of them. On District 6, Commissioner, Evan Badur, 139. Phil Glover, 71. Mayur Patel, 38. Rose Brown, 116. And Joe Sutton, 124. Joseph Sutton, 124. Your three commissioners, for the most likely commissioners from District 6, will be Evan Badur, Joseph Sutton, and Rose Brown. Interesting, in this box, Carly Eubank, the first box that she's taken, 124 to 93 over Tony Reisner. John Mitchell, 44. Kyle Helton, 196. Carol Wade, 201. Lee Breimer, 27. And they did not vote on the sales tax in that box. So, with what I believe is, I don't think we have any of 7 in yet at all, right? 13. I got 2 left. So the only thing we have left are District 7 now. We're going to take another quick break. Candidates who want to get on stage and come up here and talk to the folks that are listening, please tell Lindsay, and she'll kind of just make sure you know who's next, okay? So Lindsay is right here in the green shirt. This Lindsay Thurman. Just give her your name, and she'll kind of keep it in order so that we get everybody first come, first serve up here to talk to the folks that are listening to us.
All right, folks, we've still got a couple more precincts still to report, and we won't make any official calls until then. But for now, we've got almost all of our returns in, but that doesn't mean the party's going to stop just yet. We've got a rowdy crowd here on hand tonight at Kitchen 218. I really can't put my finger on it, but they get rowdier, I feel like, every break, it seems, this evening, Scott Stewart.
I know, yeah, they do. I can't figure out why.
I don't know if they tested the water up here before they turned it on at Venue 220. But nevertheless, we're excited to be with you guys in the brand spanking new Venue 220 located upstairs at Kitchen 218. He's Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely. We're back after a 2-minute timeout right here with election night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live.
M&M Staffing LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mmstaffing.net.
Located on West College Street, right here in Pulaski, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC is your local automotive dealer. Easy, convenient, and proven, Murrey Chevrolet Buick GMC offers creative financing solutions to get you going and top-notch service to keep you going for years to come. Murray's team works just as hard to keep your business as they do to get it. They are dedicated to finding you the very best deal. Visit 1500 West College Street, call 363-3555, or visit murraychevrolet.com today.
The time is right to list your property with Bob White Realty. The friendly agents of Bob White Realty have more than 116 years of combined experience. They know the market and they're ready to list your property today. Buyers will appreciate the knowledge and experience they will find at Bob White Realty, and they have a diverse selection of properties and homes to show you. They are experienced realtors who work for you. Stop by the Bob White Realty office at 505 West College Street or call 363-2544.
Hi, this is Jen Williams with Giles County Fire and Rescue. Responding to 350 incidents per year from 7 locations throughout our county, Giles County Fire and Rescue exists to save lives and protect property. Giles County Fire and Rescue offers the highest level of skills and training, and we are committed to the safety of our community and our responders. Regardless of where you are in the county, there's a Giles County Fire and Rescue station near you. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
We are a quarter past 10 o'clock right here, but that does not mean that election night coverage in Giles County is going anywhere anytime soon. Alongside Scott Stewart, Wade Neely, glad to be with you in front of a live studio audience here tonight at Kitchen 218.
Thank you guys for showing up, man.
Absolutely. Salute to everybody that's been here. We've had a lot of folks that have been here since 7 p.m. tonight and hanging on for dear life, as I know Scott is. And Scott, we really kind of, this was one of the fun parts for us was getting to interact with our candidates here tonight. We've got our first candidate on stage.
Chip Richardson. Everybody give him a round. Chip was the incumbent coming into this election unopposed. Chip, talk a little bit about, that's an 8-year.
That's correct.
Is that on? Hang on. All right, there you go.
Talk louder.
Yeah. It's an 8-year spot. So talk about how it is when you have to run only 8 years. I mean, you kind of may get out of the groove of the whole election process, right?
It is, and it's amazing how much the elections change from year to year. But before we get started, I just want to thank everybody. Thank you for letting me come out and be part of this. And thank the voters of Giles County, citizens of Giles County. I love my job. I always tell everybody it is the best job in the world, and I am sincere about that. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to let me do that the past 8 years, and again for another 8-year term. I truly appreciate it. It's a great job.
Well, we thank you for the good job that you do. Talk about anything that may have changed since we probably hadn't had you on anything in the last 8 years. Anything that's changed with that office over the last 8 years?
Well, I think probably the biggest thing that we've had to adjust with is just like the nation and the world as a whole is the COVID virus. And,
Right.
And we've just had to make some changes, things that I thought I would never see about how we operate court. But again, thankfully, we've made it work, and we still try to be effective and efficient and get the people in, get them out, and still serve the citizens of Giles County. And so we made it work. But again, that undoubtedly, that's been the biggest thing.
All right. Well, if you want to say one more thank you to the folks, we appreciate you stopping up.
Thanks again. Appreciate everybody.
Thank you, Chip.
Yeah,
appreciate it,
thank
buddy.
Chip Richardson, folks. Thank you, partner. Our first candidate joining us here today. Congrats to Chip, and thanks to all of our candidates that have been here and stuck with us. We'll have some more kind of filing in as the night goes along. You got something new for us, Scott?
I do not. Oh, wait a minute. I do. Hang on just a second.
It's my 6 cents kicking in right there.
Our calculator, Carrie Jane Malone, sends me the final total on the school board, District 3. Leanne Gordon, 422. Dale Berry, 393. Leanne Gordon will be your District 3 school board member. I think Evan was up next on the, if you want to come on up, Mr. Baddour. Remind candidates, anybody that wants to come up, let Lindsay know so she can point you out to me whenever the time comes. If you're ready to get up here, here you go, big man. Well, Evan, congratulations, man.
Thank you so much, Scott, and thank you so much, Giles County. Yeah, I'm thrilled. It's been an honor just to run the campaign and be involved and connect with voters, making phone calls, knocking on doors, learning the things that concern the citizens here. But the fact that you all entrusted me to be your commissioner, entrusted me with that responsibility, I don't take it lightly, and I won't let you down. I want to be an accessible representative. You can call my office. I want to be, reach out to me online. I want to be there for everybody, and I want everybody's voice to be heard. And despite our ideological differences that we might have, we're all in this together. And once we get all the votes in, at least, the commission will be able to move forward knowing who is going to be involved, and we're going to have to set priorities accordingly, and we're going to have to work together. That's what we're called to do as Americans. The Constitution sets out a framework. The commissioners are not here to make the law and legislate. We're here to, it's a customer service position, really. We are to serve the citizens, and we're to provide essential government services. Essential services, funding the teachers, funding our EMS and our sheriff's deputies, highway department. There are these key areas where we have to keep our focus and can't be, distracted by what I would call identity politics, culture war type issues that seem to take all the air out of the room. So I think we should remember that it's a conservative principle for government to be limited and measured in its actions and not to regulate the everyday lives of citizens. So,
no, y'all fine. Go ahead.
Hey, just real quickly, I wanted to jump in, Evan, and ask you. I live in District 6. Obviously, you do as well. But you also grew up in District 6, and I just want to ask, or maybe give you a chance to share with the crowd, what does that mean, being kind of one of those lifelong District 6 guys, and is that what kind of spurred you to pursue this position?
It is, and I grew up on Sunset Drive. I live in a different place now in District 6, and to know the place where you're from deeply is important. I think a leader needs to know how to apply the reality of the situation, and I do know the reality of District 6, especially if voters will keep in touch with me and on things that concern them moving forward.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure to watch you run. I know this is your first election, and you've almost been kind of wide-eyed a little bit. It's been fun watching you run, Evan. And win or lose, I was really enjoyed watching, because I kind of did that too. When I ran first, I was like just kind of taking it all in and enjoying it. So I appreciate that. I do have some more results. Go ahead and say whatever you want to wrap up real quick, and then I'll give some more results.
No, just deep gratitude, and Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Well
man.
said, brother. Thank you, Mr. Badur. Evan Badur, newly elected county commissioner in District 6, as he's going to be joining two others who we have a pretty solid grasp on. But you got some more numbers in front of you.
I got two sets of numbers. Let me go ahead and give this, and then I got one of the boxes that we didn't have. I got a total for District 3 commissioner. All right, District 3 commissioner, Tim Reisner, 462, Anel McPeters Guthrie, 414, David Adams, 355. That's the top three. Morgan Flowers, 289, Tammy Pierchowski, 266, Mike Cesarini, 186. Your three elected commissioners from District 3 will be let me do them in order of their totals. Tim Reisner, Anel McPeters Guthrie, and David Adams. Those will be your three District 3 commissioners. Now, looking at District 7A, the GCHS box.
Go Bobcats. I was hoping for a little bit more of a cheer today.
Yeah, man. No Bobcats fans out there.
Tough crowd.
I was sending a message. All righty then. County Executive, District 7, GCHS box. Melissa Green, 203. Graham Stowe, 120. That's another 83 votes, man. It's getting tight again real quick. County Commissioner, District 7, Jeff Adams, 84. Michael Harmon, 103. Maurice Woodard, 124. Shelley Goolsby, 154. Terry Harwell, 106. Judy Pruitt, 201. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and we'll get the total numbers here in a minute, but it looks like it will be Judy Pruitt, Shelley Goolsby, and Maurice Woodard as your District 7 commissioners. 190, Terry Reisner, 194. Carter Eubank, 111. Kyle Helton, 253. John Mitchell, 84. Carol Wade, 264. Lee Breimer, 53. And they did not vote on the sales tax referendum, which has been defeated anyway. So that wraps up the numbers that I have right now. If we and we could probably take a break. Any other commissioners that would like to come up and talk, maybe head up this way. And when we come out of this break, if you want to talk, we'll sit down, have a little sit down.
Absolutely. Yeah, any candidates, come see Lindsay in the green shirt up front. She will get your name, get you in the queue, and we will get you on stage to talk about your respective race. And also, we will continue to kind of tabulate our final couple sets of results here, as we've got a great crowd on hand here tonight at Kitchen 218. We're upstairs at Venue 220 here on opening night, and it is election night coverage of election night in Giles County. It's getting late, folks. Right here on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're back in 2 minutes.
Citizen Media is where you are. Online with PulaskiCitizen.com. On social media with Facebook and Instagram. On your phone with sporting and community event streaming. On your email with daily updates. Or right in your living room with the Pulaski Citizen newspaper. Giles Countyans have turned to the Pulaski Citizen for exclusive Giles County information, events, and entertainment for nearly 170 years. That hasn't changed, but it has grown. Citizen Media. We're not just the newspaper anymore.
If you're looking to spread the word, look no further than Holley's Printing, where Giles Countyans have been printing for more than 60 years. Signs, banners, wall graphics, auto graphics, window clings, and more. Holley's Printing will help you get the word out in style with custom services and installation. Choose the materials that best fit your needs, choose the design that matches your message, and choose the size that gets your message the most attention. Let Holley's Printing make you look good in print. Call 931-363-3161.
Making connections between buyers and sellers is what the real estate professionals at First Realty Group love the most. Whether it's a home, a farm, commercial property, or land, First Realty Group has the experience and know-how to market your property and help find that dream home you've been looking for. Find out why First Realty Group is first. Visit their office on the east side of the Pulaski Square. Call 363-2644 and visit their website at frg1.com.
Haney Realty and Property Management considers it a privilege to help you find the right deal. Hi, this is Daniel Haney. Are you listing, selling, buying, renting, or looking for property management? Let Haney Realty and Property Management create the plan that fits your needs. Our agents bring diverse experience and knowledge of Giles County, Middle Tennessee, and North Alabama. We offer a friendly, professional, and creative approach to your specific needs. Haney Realty and Property Management is your best friend in real estate. Call 347-9150 and find our listings at HaneyRealtyPM.com.
Pulaski Citizen Live coverage of election night in Giles County continues. We are live upstairs at venue 220 inside kitchen 218. And we have got a lot of moving parts going on right now. Most importantly, though,
last box.
Our last box has arrived. Scott, I'll turn it over to you, my friend.
This is the Rec Center box. This will be our last box and also the last box in District 7. Melissa Green, 242. Graham Stowe, 200. Based on that, I think Graham Stowe's won, but I'm going to let Kerry give us the tally on that. But it seems
going to be close.
It's going to be really close, but it seems to me like Graham Stowe may have won that race. In the District 7 race, Jeff Adams, 130, the commissioner race, 134 for Jeff Adams. Michael Harmon, 153. Maurice Woodard, 189. Shelley Goolsby, 205. Terry Harwell, 138. Judy Pruitt, 233. It looks like your District 7 commissioners, as we've said, are going to be Judy Pruitt, Maurice Woodard, and Shelley Goolsby. But we'll get the final tally on that. Tony Reisner, 268. Carly Eubank, 147. Kyle Hilton, 353. John Mitchell, 86. Carol Wade, 372. Lee Breimer, 57. And Knox Vanderpool got 378 unopposed for the school board. So that
Shout
takes
out to Knox.
And so somebody said that they didn't hear the Minor Hill. So let me get that up real quick so I could read it out. The Minor Hill vote, especially for the county commissioner, but the Minor Hill vote, we've already read this once, but Graham Stowe had 387, Melissa Green 211, Tom Dennison 206, Terry Jones 404, David Womble 239, Stoney Jackson 176, Tracy Wilburn 264, Harold Young 113. Based on what I can remember having called out, it's Terry Jones, David Womble, and Tracy Wilburn having won. Will be your District 2 commissioners. And so that is all the boxes. Kerry is frantically typing numbers into an Excel sheet as we speak. I expect we'll get some of those results pretty soon. And so if, let me make sure I don't have any before we go. All right, so do we have if we don't, I'll tell you what, commissioners that are wanting to speak, we'll take another quick break. And then we'll talk to a couple more commissioners if we have any that want to get up here and talk to the folks.
You are listening live to extended election night in Giles County coverage. We come to you live in front of a standing room only crowd at Kitchen 218. Alongside Scott Stewart, I'm Wade Neely. We'll be right back after this 2-minute timeout here on Pulaski Citizen Live.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
All of us at Pulaski Citizen Live are thrilled to share these local sporting events with our listeners. Pulaski Citizen Live is a fun and exciting way for us to enhance our coverage of local athletes game by game and play by play. Wade Neely, Chris Bledsoe, Mark Mize, Cody Derryberry, and Jennifer Hawkins are some of the most recognized voices of local athletics over the past decade. You can hear their calls of the action each week exclusively on Pulaski Citizen Live. We're just getting started, and we welcome you along for the ride on Pulaski Citizen Live.
M&M Staffing LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mmstaffing.net.
Are you ready for your next challenge? I'm Ryan Cox with Giles County Fire Rescue. 7 stations in Giles County have fired up the call for volunteers to join forces for fire protection and emergency rescue response. No matter where you are in Giles County, there's a place to serve near you. Giles County Fire Rescue is always looking for bright and enthusiastic people to volunteer. Our members come from all walks of life. Serve and protect your family, your friends, your neighbors by volunteering with Giles County Fire Rescue. Visit our website at gilescountyfirerescue.org.
Live from Kitchen 218, it's election night in Giles County coverage, rolling right along right here on Pulaski Citizen Live alongside our publisher, Scott Stewart. I'm Wade Neely sitting in the saddle. It is so good to be with you guys tonight. We've had a great night of returns coming in. They took a while. Your best prediction of the night, Scott Stewart, was that the returns would take a while. Let the record show that. You did nail that one.
And we'd have a tight county executive race.
You also called that.
And that the sales tax would fail.
Technically, you're 3 for 3. I was trying to just give you one, but you took all 3. I'll give you props for that. We've got a great night here. Still got some candidates in the house that are going to come up and speak to us in a moment, speak to you guys, the viewers and the listeners, as we've got Webb Stewart, our producer, back behind the scenes. Lindsey Thurman is here coordinating all of our special guests here tonight, also handling some social media duties. It has been a fantastic night, and Scott, as we have now received all of our returns, we're officially just waiting on those final tallies to kind of make things. It is worth noting something that we said at the very beginning. These election results are not officially official till they're certified later this month, correct?
All right. So right about the time that Carrie gave me her final stuff, I'm going to read. Carrie's breaking them down by race, which helps. I actually, from the election office, got final tallies as well. But
here we go.
I like the way Carrie's doing it because we can break down each race as we go. So in the District 1 school board race, Jim Stewart, y'all listen to this one. Jim Stewart, 293. Chris McAllister, 296. 3-vote difference. It's all, whoa. That's almost too close to even call it right now because who knows? When I look at the unofficial results here from the election commission, we'll see if that holds up, and we'll kind of bounce these numbers off each other. In the District 1, oh yeah, here's a shocker. Carrie says from District 1 Commissioner. James Lathrop 390, Aaron Curry 285, Joyce Woodard 277. Congratulations, guys. Yeah. So let me roll down through here and see what we got as far as what the election commission has sent in. So here's the total for county executive from the county election commission. Graham Stowe, 2995, and Melissa Green, 2787. Based on these numbers, congratulations to Graham Stowe. He is the county executive for Giles County. Now, that's unofficial, and we cannot make that call ourselves. But as I told at the beginning of this, August 19th, we'll certify the election. That's about a 208 vote difference. I told you it's going to be around 200.
In all of Giles County, that is a very tight margin, my friend.
That's 5,789 total votes and a 200 vote difference. As I said at the top of this, and I want to make sure everybody heard this because some people probably came in late, I felt like we had two really strong candidates, and I knew this was going to be a tight race because of the way the numbers played out. And at this time, our congratulations goes out to Graham Stowe for his victory in the county executive race. Commission District 1, we just read that. Those numbers hold up pretty true. The total numbers in District 2. You got your pencil out, David? All right, here we go. Tom Dannison, 311. Terry Jones, 572. David Womble, 411. Stoney Jackson, 277. Tracy Wilburn, 386. Harold Young, 151. That based on these numbers, your county commissioners from District 2 will be Terry Jones, David Womble, and Tracy Wilburn. Congratulations. In District 3, these are the unofficial totals. Anel McPeters Guthrie, 414. David Adams, 355. This is what Carrie had already sent us this one, I think. Mike Cesarini, 186. Morgan Flowers, 289. Tammy Pierchowski, 266. And Tim Reisner, 462. Based on these numbers, your three district commissioners from District 3 will be Tim Reisner, Anel Guthrie, and David Adams. Congratulations to you guys. County Commission District 4, Matthew Hopkins. This one was pretty close. 427 for Matthew Hopkins. 354 for Chris McCartney. 575 for Caleb Savage. 340 for Dwayne Jones. 422 for Roger Reedy. And 397 for George Witt. And that's some tight race right there. Your three top commissioners, the three commissioners from District 4, based on these numbers that we have right here in front of us tonight, will be Matthew Hopkins, Caleb Savage, and Roger Reedy. Congratulations to you guys. County Commissioners, District 6, Brad Butler, 471, Gail Jones, 444, Matt Rubelski, 429, Lois Ammett, 335, Bobby Morgan, 61, Tommy Pollard, 409, and Katie Whitfield, 293. Based on these numbers, your three District 5 commissioners will be Gail Jones, Brad Butler, and Matt Rubelski. Congratulations to you guys. County Commissioners in District 6, Phil Glover, 191, Mayur Patel, 132, Evan Bedour, 401, Rose Brown, 256, Joseph Sutton, 277. Based on these numbers, your three commissioners from District 6 will be Evan Bedour, Joseph Sutton, and Rose Brown. Congratulations to you guys. District 7 totals. Jeff Adams, 218. Michael Harmon, 256. Maurice Woodard, 313. Shelley Goolsby, 359. Terry Harwell, 244. Judy Pruitt, 434. Based on these numbers, your three commissioners from District 7 will be Judy Pruitt, Shelley Goolsby, and Maurice Woodard. Congratulations to you guys. Your county trustee totals, 3,398 for Tony Reisner, 1,993 for Carter Eubank. Congratulations to Tony Reisner. He is your new county trustee. General Sessions Judge, we talked to Chip Richardson a minute ago, 4,520 votes. Congratulations, Chip. In your sheriff's race, Kyle Helton, 4,407. John Mitchell, 1,394. Congratulations to Kyle. That's his fifth term, ladies and gentlemen. Natalie Bass Oakley got 4,657 votes. Congratulations to Natalie. Carol H. Wade in the county clerk race, 4,000. 1,607. To Lee Brimers, 1,077. Carol Wade is your county clerk once again, and congratulations to Carol. Tammy Helton, Register of Deeds, got 4,999 votes, and I want to know why one person more couldn't have voted for her. It would have been, Bobby didn't vote for her, y'all. Anyway, congratulations to Tammy Helton, 4,999 votes. And the total that Kerry gave us on that District 1 school board was right. The numbers as of right now show Chris McAllister with 296, Jim Stewart with 293 votes. And at this point, we will congratulate Chris McAllister as he seems to be the school board District 1 school board member. School board member District 3, Leanne Gordon, 422. Dale Berry, 393. That's another close race, folks. And congratulations to Leanne Gordon for her. She will be your new District 3 school board member. School board District 5, District 4, unexpired term, 2-year term. Gary Scooter Sumners, 546. Derek Rowe, 474. Congratulations to Gary Scooter Sumners. He will be remain on the school board as the District 4 member. Richie Brewer for District 5, unopposed, 833 votes. Congratulations to Richie. And Knox Vanderpool, 640 in District 7, running unopposed, 640 votes. Congratulations to Knox. The Giles County sale and use referendum failed. We know that by the numbers. The numbers were 2,621 to 1,626. 61% voting against, 38 voting for. That wrap. Now let me get up here. Let me take a break. We'll come back and do the circuit judges. And this is going to be the last call for candidates, by the way. If you want to come up here and talk, please let Lindsay know at this break so that we'll know who to call up next.
Final call for our candidates to get in line here. We still got just a little bit more to wrap up here. It's been a great night in front of a live studio audience here at Kitchen 218. Alongside Scott Stewart, Wayne Neely, glad to be with you guys. We're back in 2 minutes as you are listening to election night coverage on Pulaski Citizen Live.
With more than 116 years of combined real estate experience, the friendly and professional agents at Bob White Realty are ready to list your property today. Bob White, Hardin Franklin, Leanne Mize, Shannon Rogers, Clay Doggett, Danielle Kirkpatrick, Samantha Cohn, and Kenny Brown make up the Bob White Realty team. Bob White Realty offers featured properties in Giles and surrounding counties and will work to find a home or property that best fits your needs. You can find their listings at bobwhite-realty.com or give them a call at 363-2544.
M&M Staffing, LLC is Giles County's locally owned staffing agency. Owner John Braden Harper, Cree Holt, and Mercedes Houston are from Giles County. They know Giles County and they care about this community. M&M Staffing supports local schools, athletes, organizations, and causes. When you're looking for your next career or looking to fill a position, look no further than your locally owned business, M&M Staffing. Find us on Facebook, 450 Bennett Drive, or fill out an application online at mnmstaffing.net.
Citizen Media is everywhere. Get daily news, sports, and obituary updates in the Pulaski Citizen e-edition at pulaskicitizen.com. Pulaski Citizen Live offers video and audio streaming of local sports, local meetings, and community events. Pulaski Citizen Social lets you know when and where the next event or update can be found. Love to hold that paper in your hand? The same Pulaski Citizen newspaper that's been printed since 1854 is available each week by subscription or on newsstands throughout Giles County. Tell your story with Citizen Media.
Making connections between buyers and sellers is what the real estate professionals at First Realty Group love the most. Whether it's a home, a farm, commercial property, or land, First Realty Group has the experience and know-how to market your property and help find that dream home you've been looking for. Find out why First Realty Group is first. Visit their office on the east side of the Pulaski Square. Call 363-2644 and visit their website at frg1.com.
We are back in front of a live studio audience here in Kitchen 218 upstairs at Venue 220. It's election night coverage here on Pulaski Citizen Live as we are 15 minutes to 11 o'clock. I am on my 7th Diet Coke of the night. I'm Wade Neely. That is Scott Stewart. And Scott, our numbers continue to come in, and our candidates continue to join us here this evening.
That's right. We got David Womble, District 2 County Commissioner. He was re-elected to his second term as county commissioner, and he served a term on the school board for District 2 as well. So congratulations, David. What you got to say?
That is correct. I'd just like to thank Pulaski Citizen Live for their great coverage tonight. And I'd like to thank the people of District 2 for their continued support and letting me serve them. It's been a wild night tonight, and I'm glad to be back in office. And just like I say, I'd like to thank the people of Giles County and District 2.
Thank you, David. So, just real quick, 4 years ago, you're in your first term. Talk just real quick about what you learned about the county commission that maybe you didn't know going in.
Oh, I don't know where to start on that. Served on the school board, I had some knowledge of the county commission and what they did. And, it's just become more in depth. I've learned on the county commission, our main job is to make sure that our road superintendent has a good budget, make sure our ambulance department's budget is taken care of, make sure our sheriff's department's budget is taken care of. That's our main focus, to do all that, to keep everybody funded without raising your property taxes. That's our goal and our mission.
Right, and we talked about some stuff before the results started coming in. We talked about Exit 14 being an excellent opportunity to raise revenue without raising taxes, and we talked about how important schools are, which I know for you is a very important subject.
Yes.
Right.
So appreciate the heads up on the question, Scott.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's
He does that from time to time.
I too am on my 6th diet. No, I'm not. I'm on my Diet Coke. But anyway, well, we appreciate you coming up and know that you appreciate the folks in District 2, Minor Hill, and Airport Precinct.
Thank you, guys. And Venue 220 is a great venue. First time I've seen it. I'm glad we have it here in the community.
All right. Thank you, David. Nobody else is.
Partner in crime right here. Almost any